Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you're fabulous. Today's check-in is for yours and theirs. Like always with yours and theirs, take it resonates, leave it does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today, might include the energies of a significant other, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. I never know until the cards are on the table, right? But I would also ask you to include or make space for the possibility of your seeing other elements in life, such as work, family, spiritual stuff. Like I said, also perfectly common. But also, take it resonates, leave it does not, as it applies. And do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, so they may not resonate. And I know that's frustrating, but also normal. So if that happens, check your placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. You guys, as of this moment in time, I am probably not back in town just yet. My daughter and I, we actually both had a long weekend, so her for school and myself for work, so we both actually had a couple extra days to spare. And I said, you know what, honey, let's get the heck out of town for a bit. You know how it is, where sometimes you just need to step out of your known environment, your known Ten of Pentacles, and just kind of put that down for a second, and just go somewhere else to relax, chill, have fun, vibe, whatever. For myself, I wanted to enjoy some fall festivities that were taking place outside my city, so I decided let's go ahead and make a long weekend of it. Time with the fam, where you can get it when it makes sense, or just cuz. Anyway, should be headed back to the city soon enough in a couple of hours, and probably start getting my bake on. I think I mentioned that at the last check-in. You guys, no real news, and that's perfectly fine with me. So let's go ahead and keep that intro short. I will say, I will ask for your commentary about the next round of in-depth readings. So the last round of in-depth was a 3-month overview, and that worked out spectacularly. There's a variety of things to pick from. In-depth, yours and theirs, for instance. In-depth intimate tarot. In-depth Celtic cross. Every now and again, I do get the request, I would say about once a week on average, please do career readings, please do career readings. I understand. And thank you all so much. Yes, I used to do them. But, I stopped because clearly, according to the data, it was not the best use of my time or my viewers' time. And I value my time and I value your time, right? So the in-depth readings are the stuff that people want to see and therefore justifies my time. All right, so that's very important. Trust me, I love career readings, guys. I do them for a reason. I enjoy them so much, but people didn't. So that odd request I get was kind of like the odd viewership I got for the career readings. It just doesn't work out for me, and it doesn't really work out for the audience. Not really. So while I still value them, I don't provide them. Again, I have a limited time here on YouTube, so I really want to make the best use of it. The readings that would most be helpful to you. Yeah. And also keep in mind, there's some things I haven't done in a while, like in-depth aces. I typically save that for the New Year read. But we could do that as well. We could do a full month overview, like in-depth month overview, all that good stuff. So you let me know your thoughts, yeah? All right, you guys, I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have an awesome work week or whatever kind of week you got lined up. I hope it's fantastic. I will see you next week for some shorts, the Thursday check-in, and I will see you at today's sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, you're up first. Show me Leo and their person, please. I'm not OCD, but I do have standards. Show me Leo in their person. One more. Oh. This deck's being a bit stiff today. Looks like I haven't worked it through in a while. Well, that is a fault, isn't it? Guess it's been a minute since I got my hands on this one. Hi. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christina. I'm a little different. Happy to be so. Hopefully it works for you. Otherwise, it's as is. Starting with your side of the board, but as I said in the intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. Ace of Cups, Ten of Wands, Three of Wands. Ooh, you are checked out, my friend. You are checked out. You are checked out. 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. I can see why. Okay. The World, you saw that one coming. Judgment in the Sun. Okay. That's going to be a happy turnover or a happy turnaround. Okay. Trust the process. Page of Wands. I'm glad that you got distance from this, walked away from it. You're showing me, at least from your point of view, you weren't convinced when you walked away from it that it was over, but your energy is heading that direction. This connection's heading that direction. And I do know this, when you walked away from it, or at least got space from this situation, your energy started to get a little bit more receptive, a little happier, a little more hopeful. It's not a lot, Page of Wands, but I'll take that because you were so drained here, my friend. Very drained. Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands, 3 of Wands. The situation that you're part of, for you, you're showing me emotional drainage, physical drainage. Okay. Exhausted emotionally, exhausted physically. And so you walked. When you walked, I'm not convinced that you thought it would be long term. But now it seems to be heading that direction. The more you got space from this, the more I can see that you're feeling comfortable to breathe. Okay? Because that kind of tells me a lot. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I just need a break. I just need to step away from this. And I think it registered for you how tired you are. Kind of says a lot, right? And that's something to keep in mind when people say they need a break or that we should take a break or, I don't know, I need some time to myself. That's a big indicator or clue where things might be headed, yeah. Okay. This, to be clear, is not avoidant energy. This is emotional and physical exhaustion. Avoidance is more of a mental thing. I can't handle this. This is, I've been trying to handle this and now I'm burnt out. Okay, so I just want to make that point very clear. You were very much in it until you couldn't be anymore. I just think that when you walked, though, it was perhaps temporary from your point of view, but it doesn't seem that way, no. No. It's kind of like maybe we should make this space permanent. Maybe I should keep walking. Right? These boots are made for walking. You put them on and now you don't want to take them off. That kind of thing. Over here, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. I can see why you're exhausted. Man, this is throwing darts at the phone book. Maybe this one will work. Maybe this one will work. Maybe this one will work. Maybe this... 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. They're still trying to force the pieces to fit to make things work with you. So I don't know what this is, guys. It's not looking the most romantic to me or intimate, so I don't know what this is to you. I see that you were in it, fighting for it until you couldn't be anymore. Again, emotional and physical exhaustion. They're emphasizing to me the reality of the situation. It's broken, and I'm still tossing the pieces in the air. Maybe they'll fit. Maybe will this work? Will this work? But it's low level. It's kind of low functioning to me. Very low functioning. It looks like a lot of last minute gestures that are half-heartedly meant or felt or something, because it's kind of like, I don't know what it is. It's like they're throwing patches at this thing. They're trying to stick wads of gum into giant holes, hoping it'll keep it all together. I don't know. It's so low functioning. And it's exhausting. What are we doing here? Are we rebuilding? Are we being friends? Are we trying to cooperate? Are we trying to get along? If so, how much, to what extent, and what does that look like? So someone's very preoccupied with dividing things up and making things measurable and keep it as low as possible and not too much effort. Oh, it's still broken. What's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to fix it, but over-processing what that looks like, measuring it up, quantifying it. I don't know. I don't know. It's like, how can I keep this thing functioning with the least amount of effort? But it's juggling. It's too much juggling for me. It doesn't look very sincere. Okay. So I don't know what this is. It could be friendship. It could be something in business, a partner, a colleague, and they're offering you nothing but excuses and half-hearted gestures to fix this thing. I could easily say that. If this is more of a personal relationship, this is frightening because by all accounts you are exhausted by it, and they're showing me kind of very low functioning because I have to efforts to keep it together, which isn't good. That's not very receptive either. That's not very encouraging. So I hope that that's not an intimate relationship. I really don't. It's not believable at this point. The world, judgment, the sun. Yeah, you know, honey, I think this is technically shared, and that's major, major, major. It might be in both of yours best interests to let this go. A lesson to be had on both sides for the both of you. Okay. The sun would be better felt in the absence of this. It might, in other words, be the happiest thing for the both of you is to let this go. Okay. You're already showing me that because you got distance from this in space, you could put down the stress in the bundle and it just started to make you feel a little bit better. Okay? Just a little bit. I don't think they really want to be part of this. It looks, I don't know. It looks like a lot of dysfunction, uncoordinated dysfunction. I hope this works, but not really. I'm trying, but not really. I need to put on a show, but I have no real intention of making it work. I don't know what that is, guys. I'm not impressed. Neither are you. It kind of tells me. It kind of tells me what's up. Seven of Swords, Four of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Moon. Yeah, you have a lot of doubts here. A lot of doubts. That kind of, remember I told you this isn't avoidance? It's not. Avoidance is more of a mental thing. It's the Seven of Swords. And here you kind of dealt with that with the Four of Swords. It's like, I don't want to continue to avoid this. Okay, or just slink away from it. No, Two of Cups and the Moon. A lot of doubts here that you feel that you need to work on about the emotional existence between you two. The emotional reciprocity and how it is you really feel about this. And it's like, I don't want to avoid it. That would be the cowardly thing to do, and I completely agree with you. So you decided to kind of stop that and say, I need to rest on this, I need to heal this, and basically ask yourself how you quote-unquote really feel about this. The situation, this person, and the feelings between you two. So I'm glad that you did that. I need to look at this clearly. Do they even want to be part of this? Because I'm not so sure I do. I'm exhausted by it. Justice, the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands. Okay, so it is more for some of you along this, along the lines of a relationship. Three of Cups, Justice, Four of Wands. What is correct in bringing this thing together? And what does that mean? What should it look like emotionally? How should I be experiencing this emotionally if it was correct to keep it together? And if it's possible or feasible to balance it in a healthy way, what does that look like? But yeah, you have a lot of doubts here. And you're asking yourself, first and foremost, what do I really think and feel about this? What's actually going on here? And what is a fair, healthy relationship? If it's going to work, what does it look like? But yeah, this is all on your mind. Okay? And really emphasizing emotional fairness in the relationship. And what does that mean? Consistency, too. Okay. So again, it always kind of concerns me when I see this kind of dysfunction around what should be an intimate relationship, because this looks like, by all rights, you're not getting along with a roommate. Okay. But you have way too much emotional investment in this for it to be a roommate. And way too much spiritual significance for it to be something so mundane, honestly. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, tarot's the proof of choice, not the absence of it. This is for you to arrive to, not for the tarot lady to tell you what to do. Never. No, of course not. But yeah, it could be said based on lessons and insight and divine timing. You might both be happier not in each other's company. Okay. The storm. Storm is coming. Storm is brewing. The truth of the thing. I know. And with the storm, sometimes with the chaos comes the calm, the clearing of the storm. Okay? It's the blockage. It's the biggest thing to overcome the truth of this. Okay, so we haven't had the full weight of this storm or overcome the blockage of this. It's like an impending storm. Truth will out. That doesn't mean it's easy. No. No, it's 6:21. We can feel this thing brewing. We can feel this thing coming. Okay, I understand. Yet to overcome this challenge. Releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. And so you did. I am convinced that was meant to be a temporary measure because you're exhausted. Makes perfect sense to me. I get that. But I do believe that's going to turn into a permanent walk. Said you're going to put your walking boots on. You'll realize how much more comfortable they are. Okay. Let's see. Heart chakra healing. Heart chakra, yeah, we need to heal the heart, and that's what I saw for you. Going within, and asking yourself honestly, without any sort of avoidance here. You're like, I won't do that. But asking yourself honestly, how do I really feel? And what is an emotionally safe and secure relationship supposed to look and feel like? And is this it? Big question, that. G, Z, Q. Okay. A lot of reverse here. A lot of reverse. Butterflies in reverse, not changing. By the light of the crescent moon is in reverse, so no illumination over a shadowy subject. No illumination, no transformation. But the dragons in the upright becoming increasingly restless, angry, dissatisfied. Okay, wanting to take lead on this, get resolution. And then we have one medallion here, Taurus. You might have some very strong Taurus in your chart, could be connecting to, or the season might be important to you. P.S. There might be a little bit more resolution around the next full moon, which is it is in Taurus. Yeah, it is November 5th or 6th, maybe, for some of you. Okay, Leo, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments, take care, be well. Sag, what's up? Show me Sagittarius in their person, please. Show me Sagittarius in their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. What does that explain in the intro? Reverse energies, as you see fit. What's up? What's going on? Okay. Oh, okay. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Leo kicked it off. Same card. First position, just like you. Very different context, but FYI. If you have any Leo in your chart, perhaps check those out, and I promise you I shuffle the hell out of these cards. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Strength. Ooh. Yeah. Four of Swords, Five of Wands, the Emperor. Ooh. Interesting. The Magician. Isn't that funny how life works? Overview, you're manifesting. You are. You are manifesting. You want something. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Interesting. It's interesting. It's almost like you're telling me I don't want to get too involved or too accepting of the Ace of Pentacles, and yet if you gravitate towards it, you're showing me triumph. You'll be glad that you did. Okay. Are you trying to give yourself some emotional wiggle room here? Like that Ace of Pentacles is very attractive to you. Brand new something. Work, job, career, opportunity, love. I don't know. Could be. It's solid, I know that. That means you could claim it in reality, as opposed to just say feel it. Right? Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups is already quite strong, but Ace of Pentacles suggests it's yours for the taking. Or yours for the making. A lot of people craft their Ace of Pentacles. This is the opportunity I'm creating for myself. For others, it's one that they go towards or offered in some way. Okay? So I don't know what the Ace of Pentacles is to you, but it suggests you could have it. The Eight of Cups, you're like, I don't know if I'm available for that. I don't know if I should take it seriously. I don't know if I should make myself emotionally present. That's something you need to figure out because you are manifesting. So in some way you wanted this. In some way you attracted this. Okay? And the Six of Wands, it's yours for the taking. Triumph. Triumph. Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, Strength. Someone here has a very strong heart. Very. And they're not very shy about it either. They tend to act on their emotional conviction. So that person then would have to have a great deal of emotional maturity to understand what that is. And with Strength there, Ace of Wands. Roughly speaking, this person only opens up to what they literally feel is correct. And they will do so with a certain strength and strength of will, strength of mind, and discipline to do this. So, in some way, they are there because they could potentially be open to you with the strength of heart. Okay? It's ferocious emotional aptitude with this person. Again, this person absolutely claims what they feel. Okay? And the more they feel about something, the more likely they are to commit to it or step up to it and say it's theirs. They see their emotionality as a source of pride and strength for who they are. They're that type of person that says, go big or go home. Love me with everything you got, or get the hell away from me. I mean, it's big with this person. And they are charged too. They have a little bit of a passionate side. They might have some Leo in there as well, some water. But this person's naturally passionate, creative. But I tell you what, when they step into something boldly. And it's like no takesy backsies. So, whoo! So they could absolutely put that energy towards you. I got an ace as a reference point for the both of you. So, is this what you want? Gonna have to figure it out, honey. You've been manifesting something, so what's up with this Eight of Cups? It's almost like, I don't know if I should be present for this. I don't know if I can claim this, but it's what you've been asking for. Could be yours with victory. Riding high in the streets of recognition. I got that one. Yeah, you did. Or you could do. Well, something's happening. Four Swords, Five of Wands, the Emperor. There's some tension there between you two. It's known. I don't know what that is. I see that you both have a tendency towards various forms of authority that can be complex in nature. Perhaps a bit of a battle of wills there. You might have a strong, willful side. They do too. Theirs is more from the emotional point of view. Yours might be more from an authoritative, traditional sense of the emperor, my will, my way. Control. Okay, maybe. Let me put it this way. If you're not so keen on backing down, neither is this person. Just how you go about it's different. That's all. It could be quite sexy. When two power heads like that go at it, it can be sexy. It can also be intimidating too. But yeah, Four Swords, Five of Wands, the Emperor. Yeah, we got some smoothing out here to do. It's possible. Reflection on both sides. Absolutely. Smoothing the tension, it has to be done so consciously. So, Four Swords, Five of Wands, there's a tug of war there. Is that why? There's some underlying tension between you and this person. Is that why you don't know if you should get involved? Maybe that's why you're not so convinced that this is your ace to claim. Oh, honey. The best things are very rarely handed to us. You got a little tension between you and this person, so what? Perhaps you're both titans. You from your point of view, they from their point of view. I'm looking at you. I don't think you're exactly the passive type. Do you want a little dainty flower? wilts at the slightest difficulty. Is that what you want? Or do you want a fighter? That one's a fighter. They're an emotional fighter. It's different. But they're strong. It's mature. It's not emotionally, manipulative. It's just someone who really believes in what they feel. Why you hesitate? Why you hesitate? Because that one might be a little tough. Oh, honey, the best ones are a little bit more of a challenge. I guess I'm just not the meek type. I'm not attracted to meek either. Can you push back on me? Can you challenge me? Can you confront me? Ooh. Respect. You know? I don't know if I should get involved. That's up to you. Just please be aware you're manifesting. So in some way, whatever this is, whoever this is a representation of that manifestation. It might actually be better for you. Okay. But if you're not used to being challenged or pushed back on or something like that, I can definitely see where you might feel in opposition to this or not attracted to it, or you don't know if you should get involved. I don't know. It depends on what you think your equal is. I don't know. To me, like, a lesser would be choosing someone who I know will just do pretty much what I'm telling them to, which would make me a bully. And that's not who I am. Right? I want someone to push back on me. I want someone to be like, hey, this is me. See me. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to do. I don't know. But honestly, it really wouldn't take too much. 4 swords, 5 of wands. It really wouldn't take too much. Whatever that is that's ruffled your feathers, they with you. Because there's been some feather ruffling, you understand? It wouldn't take much. Will for will, strength for strength. Intent for intent, you know? But hey, tarot's proof choice, not the absence of it. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. I just see you could have a sense of claimancy on this if you choose. But yeah, there would be a period here of smoothing things out. Okay, addressing an argument. I don't know. Okay. 8 of Wands, the High Priestess, 6 of Wands. Oh, there's 6 of Wands. Intuitively, you feel compelled to talk to this. Well, no shit. No shit. You do. But you have a struggle there. Maybe I shouldn't make myself available to this. But intuitively, you're like, I need to talk to them. Ooh. Yeah. Again, not telling you what to do. You got it. You got it, Chief. Ace of Cups, Scorpio season, possibly water sign. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. That's entirely up to you. I read what's here, not what isn't. There's that 4 swords, the smoothing energies here. The Wheel of Fortune, judgment. It's a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Okay. If lessons have been achieved, insights specifically over why that tension was caused between you and them, and it is addressed within you first, there's no reason it can't be addressed with them second. Okay? I don't know about exes and anything like that. I'm not saying that. I'm not convinced of it either. I'm just saying, if you understand what went down between you two on your side of the fence, then there's a good chance they've done the same. And that means it can be discussed. But 2 people have to be present for it. I can tell you what, nobody holds that person hostage. They're going to do what they want to do, if it feels right. The same could be said of you. So if the time is right, and healing has taken place on both sides, maybe it's time to merge that. Okay? Alrighty, Roo. Looks good. High honor. There's a lot of, there's a lot of concern about honor, dignity, how do I look, perception, the correctness of it. We might be a little overly preoccupied with how we look here. I'm not saying that there isn't a battle of wills or egos involved. Pride. This person has a lot of emotional pride. They try to use it for good, but that doesn't mean it doesn't get in their own way sometimes. Same could be said for you, just from a different point of view. Again, concern with empowerment and how do I look and how do I handle this, and, you know. And to some extent, can I control the situation? Well, no. All you can do is control yourself. But I don't want you to deny something that could be good for you, because you might be convinced on the outset it's not what you want, or you won't get what you want. You won't know because you haven't resolved issues with this person. Okay? But 33, high honor, there's a lot of concern there about the honor, the privilege, the representation. How do it look? How do I look? How does this look? I don't know. 12 messages. Looking at the both of you, I would say it's probably a privilege to be connected to either one of you. So perhaps think of it that way. I think you two are more alike than you are different. 12, little messages, little birds, sure. Little whispers too, could be negative influence, listening to too many other people. So ask yourself, what do you want? 41. Little hummingbirds, they're cute, but they're annoying. That can be a lot of voices, influence. Hey, do this. Hey, do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. Here's this. Well, this is my... Shut up. Listen to yourself. What do you want to do? Sorry, that's me. That's like strength of emotional... Just shut up. Thank you very much for the advice I didn't ask you for. What is it? Consult me, myself, and I. What do you wish for? 41. What is it? You're wishing well. All right? All right. Moving on. How do I look? How do I look? I don't want to look poor. I don't think you look poorly at all. But I hate to see you not be involved in something that could be wonderful for you. Best choice. Unchain my heart. I still feel stuck in this and I want to free myself. Sacred. Sacred. Will you speak your truth? Yeah, somebody holds their truth sacred. Will you speak your truth? Emotional truth, your mental truth, any of the truths. But unchain my heart. My truth is sacred. Yeah. I can see that someone speaks with a lot of emotional conviction. Like I said, no takesy backsies. I said what I said. I feel how I feel. Unchain my heart. Withdrawn. I can see where you two have withdrawn, yes. Feeling solitary, like a lonely tree, but yet mirroring shared feelings and reflection. Oh, I can see that you two absolutely think about each other. Like I said, you're more alike than you are different. In many ways, you mirror each other. Both of your sense of stubbornness might get in the way, yeah. But mirroring shared feelings and reflection. Same time, same place, different spaces. Okay. All right. We have one letter, P. We also have the medallion of Virgo, as well as Taurus. Taurus medallions is killing it. These past couple of reads, it seems like it's popping up. So you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connected to it. This season might be important to you. We have the 4-leaf clover. Yeah, a little bit of luck here. A little bit of luck. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, might be a little bit of luck in this situation. Something that paves the way. But yeah, I can't deny. So again, I see, let me make this clear, what I saw over here in that 6 of Wands. You could rejoice in this 8 of Wands, the High Priestess. This is communication in theory. It still is theory. It's a strong theory with the intuition talking to you. But like always, there's what we feel, there's what we're thinking, there's what we actually do. What we do is where the rubber meets the road. So you can have a strong feeling all day long about your need to communicate what the words would be like, what it would feel like, what it might say. But it's still a choice to keep that locked inside you. Okay? So you got to ask yourself if that's working for you. Your instinct is telling you if I communicate, it'll be okay. What's the worst that could happen? You know, I get shot down or it's not returned. Okay. Life goes on. But you know what that means too if they choose to respond? It's because they wanted to. I get the feeling this person don't do nothing they don't want to do. Okay. So, What does that mean about them and their potential to respond to you? Okay. Sagittarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, what's up? Show me Aries in their person, please. Show me Aries and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board because I explain the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. Show me Aries, please. Nine of Cups, King of Wands, the Hermit. Don't you look, I want to say lush, but gorgeous? Ooh. Strong sense of self, self-awareness, confident. You're showing me some very comfortable masculine energies here today. Cool, calm, collected, wise, but confident, okay, forward-thinking, forward-feeling, passionate. Nine of Cups, you know what pleases you. But a steadiness and calmness that surrounds you that's lovely. I'm not saying you have to be masculine. I'm saying that's just kind of what's rolling off you. It's good. It's really good. 30 of Pentacles. Strength. King of Swords. Okay. Two of Cups. The High Priestess and the Five of Pentacles. Death. Okay. Yeah, I was curious about that as well. I don't want that to freak anybody out. This is actually something that you want. Okay. You actually want the situation between yourself and this person to change or transform. The role has changed between you two. It's kind of like you're telling me I'm good where I'm at. I like me. I like what I'm feeling. I like what I'm doing for myself, and I want the same for you. It's like, but you and I are not connected like that. That has changed. Okay, it's in the process of changing or transforming. Three of Pentacles, Strength, King of Swords. It's taking this person a certain strength of mind or focus, but they are agreeing to some sort of cooperative something between you two. Friends, collaborative partners, something like that. But no longer at the intimate value, it seems. Okay. It's hard. It's taking this person a certain strength of mind to keep their focus in that direction of, again, just Three of Pentacles, friends. People who can cooperate on basic common ground, shared interest, a mutual investment in everyday function, friendships. Possibly. But again, partnership, something. You really like where you are. Okay? And this is based on a lifetime of experience and understanding yourself. And I believe this is transformation by choice. Okay? As opposed to just ending the connection. You're doing your best to transform with it. Okay? But you are who you are. And it's taking them some strength of will. Okay? But they're also agreeing. They're agreeing today. And they probably will agree tomorrow. A week or a month, I don't know. But for now, they're agreeing to be friends with you and really keep it to that. Cooperative partner in some way. Cooperative friendship in some way. Over here, Two of Cups, the High Priestess, Five of Pentacles. It's kind of like, despite the fact that things between us are broken or we are separated from each other or that structure that we used to abide by has been abandoned, internally there is a mutual sense of understanding that there is a feeling of care between two people. Now, this is what confuses the absolute heck out of people with that Two of Cups. It's assumed that it's always intimate love, as in a partner that you have a romantic relationship with or sexual relationship with. Nay. You can have a Two of Cups with anybody. Okay. It's an emotional premise that suggests this is how I feel about you. This is how you feel about me. Again, you can have that with anybody. So what I'm seeing here is that it's understood, it's felt intuitively between two people here, both parties, that you two still care about each other. Okay, to some extent. But how you two care about each other or you exchange emotion is very different than where you two are coming from. That structure is no more. Okay? That, again, the Five of Pentacles is associated with abandonment. Okay, particularly it's almost always depicted as a church. The institution for which we served has abandoned us or forced us out, or we no longer commit to it, or it no longer commits to us in our presence. Okay. So there's that feeling of it's been cut in half. It's cold now. I don't see it, recognize it, or experience it the same way as I used to. Broken. Okay. So even though it's transforming physically, the 3D, how you two experienced it, there is a mutual component of care experienced on both sides. And that's why. You're coming from a good place of, this is what I know to be true for me. This is what I can offer this now, because I still care about you. You're telling this person, I really want to cooperate with you in some way. Let's really emphasize friendship here, or at least mutually agree to get along. And they're saying it's hard, but I'll do it. Okay? Okay. Okay. I say good luck to you both. I like there's a lot of clean acknowledgement here. In other words, we're not overthinking it. We're not overprocessing it. We're just not muddying it up, and we're not fucking it up. It's extremely clear. And I appreciate that so much for the both of you. Okay? I'm sure that there was some bad guy bullshit. Who did what? The finger pointing. We're past all that. Okay? At least for now, we're past all that. Nobody's accusing. Nobody's finger pointing, like I said. What we're looking at here is clear, cut, and dry. Okay? Very straightforward. No conflict. So far, the agreement stands in a certain sense of peace. And a mutual understanding that's what's best for you both. Respect. Okay? My point is respect. Good job to both of you. Whether or not that friendship, that cooperation can be maintained, well, that's what you two have yet to discover. Okay? But that's the agreement for now, and both sides are lining up to it. Okay. All right. Good job to both of you. Keep it clean. Don't get me wrong. You expect the arguments, the anxiety, the long nights. I'm sure you two have done that. And I'm sure you'll have some more of those. But the point is, this is what you have both landed on and agreed to. So like I said, respect to you both. When two people, one person figures themselves out, maybe the other person does. Not always, as we see in tarot. But I say good job to the both of you. Lining up in a clear, conscientious way, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. It's like this is where we are now. And it needs to be reflected. Okay? Okay. 3 of Cups, connecting, reconnecting, 10 of Wands. So you guys tried. You tried to keep it together at the emotional way. And to say it was hard was an understatement. So these were the long nights and days I was referring to, where you've kind of been there, done that. Trying to keep it together, no matter how small. Trying to show each other something more beyond the 2 of Cups. It's the 3 of Cups. It's a little bit more of an emotional exchange, a little bit more of the intimacy. It got really fucking hard. 10 of Wands, 8 of Swords. I just like the harder you tried, the more confusing it got, right? That's when it should click for us as human beings that it's not right. This is the evidence. And we can say, I don't understand 8 of Swords. Yes, you do. You keep trying to make it work emotionally, and it's not. Stop refusing the evidence. And then life gets a lot easier and a lot less painful. Because then, once you acknowledge something like this, you stop forcing something to come together, your energy starts to get clean, tight, more comprehensive, feeling better about itself, them too. When there's no more confusion about forcing something to work when it doesn't want to work. And that's when the healing begins, which I saw for you. Feeling better about oneself and your two's connection, because you still want that element between you two. I still want to be in a space where I care about you, but we're not trying to put on this pretense of still being in love or something like that. Okay? See, honesty is everything, guys. It's beautiful. It's difficult, but it's beautiful. You get to live more authentically. Your energy's freer. You're freer. Clearly, you both are. You did a great job, the both of you. Again, I can't emphasize that enough. You did a great job transforming. You really have. You really did. The Hierophant, the Emperor, that's you, and the Ace of Wands. And see, that's what I'm saying. Spiritually, you're prepping up. Okay? This is what spiritual prep kind of looks like. But spiritually, you're prepping up. There you are, darling. Emperor, it's good to see you. You might have some strong Taurus in your chart. Regardless, what you're showing me here is that you still believe in empowerment. And that you believe also that commitment is a form of empowerment. I completely agree. Okay? So you're taking really good skills, beliefs with you. That hasn't changed. But they are now sliding over into Ace of Wands. Okay? Reinforcing core beliefs in a new way. You're taking that with you. And that's one of the things that you have learned in the process of all this. Okay? That you still are who you are. And that you still believe that commitment makes you strong. And possibly even complete. But where it goes now is going to change. New. All right. Good job today. No doubt. In time, no rush on that. They're just showing me, they're just pointing out the obvious that you still believe in commitment. It's just where, and this is what I tell people all the time. So thank you for pointing that out. No, these things you believe in, they're still good. It's just where you're trying to apply them. That's what needs to change. The situation, the circumstance, place, the person. Okay? And we only find that stuff out through experience. Only through experience. So congratulations on having lived life, the both of you, because at some point you chose each other, and I have no doubt you chose each other beautifully. For some of you, the heaviness of this really happened back in September, which wasn't too long ago. This is also the tulips, the lovers that tried to pop out. That might be an energetic influence for another day. Okay? 14, message of concern. Okay, there it is again. Stuck. So here it is. We had multiple messages of concerns that were very detailed, in depth. We went over this thing, coffin. There it is again with death. And then the anchor. We needed to change. We were stuck. We were very stuck. This connection was very stuck and unchanging, right? And you went over it, the both of you, as long as you could. I have no doubt. We went over it thoroughly. 14, 19, and 35. It's like I don't want to be stuck anymore. And you and I are no longer stuck. You're not stuck either. Nobody's stuck anymore, right? All right. Good stuff right there. Reinforcement for many of you. It will be finalized perhaps by Scorpio season, or better understood perhaps in your wider circle, something like this, because I see it being much more of complete, conceptualized, or it's spread out and accepted as a reality now for you too. All right. Okay. No. Unsure. I know. Unsure. There was a period of being uncertain for a very long time. I see that. The more you tried to connect to it, the more confused and frustrated you got. I understand. It became a cold-hearted. Yeah. We didn't want to continue to feel any more cold or poorly about this. We still wanted to retain some sense of feeling good about each other. You know, and it's like it became more cold-hearted the more we tried. I understand. Again, evidence. When we stop ignoring the evidence, right? We stop being confused and we get really crystal clear. I'm surprised you didn't show me an Ace of Swords, to be honest, but that's okay. I'm just glad to see that you are feeling good. Clinging and abandoned. I know, I see that. The Five of Pentacles, we were clinging, holding on to what was broken. I get it. All right, let's discontinue. It's just like that. What it's interesting for me is that you're already showing me elements that suggest hope for a future, which tells me, again, you're much more ready for this than perhaps you knew. Okay. You are lining up to a new beginning very powerfully, I must say, but for now we're still kind of contending with this. You're kind of an eye on the prize kind of person, aren't you? Eye on the finish line, eye on the goal. I get that vibe about you. Okay. But the thing is that you needed a goal, or you needed to see the finish line, or just know that, it's like that. You needed to know what you're working with. K, T, U, V, W, and M. Okay. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, what's up? Show me Aquarius and their person, please. What's going on? Show me Aquarius and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. So explaining the intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. What's up, Aquarius? Yeah. What's going on? 3 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Hey. Okay. Well, that's a good context for 3 of Wands, actually. 2 of Wands, the Fool, 9 of Pentacles. It's a match. It's a match. Woo! That's nice. The Emperor, the Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. Oh, someone's going to roll up. This was great. This one's amusing me. I'm not going to lie. It's making me laugh. I love it when 2 people are like, I'm here. The other person's like, I'm here. And then it's like, then we're here. I love it. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. No, I have that feeling about you. It's no rush. That's just how you move. You don't like being rushed. Good. No, I'm glad. So the 3 of Wands here in this context, one of the better contexts I can see it is that it's not that you're waiting. It's just no rush. You're not in a rush. Excellent. Love that. Love that. No pressure, no rush. If something feels right, typically you're saying you open up to it because it feels good to you. Excellent. Okay. You're what you call a slow burner here. You got a little hot side in you. You got a little hottie in there. You're passionate. Maybe you're creative. But for the most part, it doesn't matter. You're a slow burner, right? You will move at the pace you are comfortable with. If you're so inspired to open up, you will. But you really like to take your time. Some of you, just FYI, a little bit more on the intimate side, you're a pleasure delayer. I'm getting heavy notes of that today. This would have been good for intimate tarot, whatevs. But you're a pleasure delayer. You know, it goes back into that I don't like being rushed, right? I don't like being rushed in a meal. I don't like being rushed when I'm trying to enjoy, like, say, my music or my journaling. I don't like being rushed during sex. But I enjoy all of those things to the nth degree. So when I'm in it, I'm in it. So pleasure to layer, you know. But yeah, no, slowly but surely, it's like you've been taking your time. Your energy's been building. You feel good about you. You've been taking care of yourself. I see that. You're a burner. You've been taking your supplements. You've been mindful of your water. You've been exercising more, something like that. But you got this lovely glow in you. And you're feeling good. Your physical. It's fun having a lisp. Physical energy is picking up, it's gathering, it's building. And 9 of Cups, you're luxuriating, darling. You just feel so good. And you're showing me, this could please me. That could please me. I can see why. 2 of Wands, the Fool, 9 of Pentacles. Ew. The both of you are showing me individuation. 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Okay? So far, even Stevens. 2 of Wands, the Fool, the 9 of Pentacles. I am seeing this person opening towards you. Yes. This one's a little bit more earthy, but that's not the point. This is someone who can stand on their own 2 feet. Very practical. Okay. They have a lot of experience attached to them. They like to build things a certain way. Okay. They take pride in their home, pride in their own sense of contribution and success. Capable. I love that. One of my favorite cards. With the Fool, I love that. I have this feeling that they're not just spontaneous all the time. I think they're looking at you and they're like, I'll be spontaneous for that one. So I like that. I like it a lot. I do. Yeah, so this person's 2 of Wands. Okay. They like to take their time too. They don't just rush in there. They don't have a rushed spirit. It's kind of like, I'm taking a risk on you. I don't do this every day, they're saying. But I look forward to opening up to you. And I can see why, honey. You're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes. The Emperor, the Knight of Swords, the Page of Swords. You two open up towards each other, but it has to be a conscious decision. It's a little leery at first, but you're both coming from a space of commanding authority. Like I said, you are who you are, and you're used to that. They are who they are, and they're used to that. But you're both showing me I have to make a conscious effort to open up and be present. Now, that's interesting. But that also tells me you're both accustomed to a certain level of empowerment. Okay, so it's kind of like the official phase first via communication, warming up to the communication, taking action towards the communication, learning a little more, and then we have the full-on Emperor. Okay, I'm here, and they're both saying that relatively at the same time. So, yeah, we're building into the communication and the insight. We're learning, gathering information, and then the communication increases. Yeah, and two people become a lot more apparent about why they're showing up. You know. Yeah, I like it. I'm digging this, Aquarius. I'm liking it a lot. Yeah. Let's get some advice. But yeah, I am seeing it attached to them. I am. But I like your energy. I do. It looks very comfortable and knowing of thyself. I love and respect the fact that you don't like being rushed. You like to take your time. You feel what you feel. However, you're naturally passionate, but that doesn't mean you're in a hurry. This person also has a tendency to take their time. They're a slow builder. They like to build things just so. The quality of existence, their purpose, their home, their personal sense of security. A steady hand in that, very consistent. Respect, the both of you. Good personalities, the both of you. Okay. Like I said, I think you're both, this is technically shared, you both enjoy a certain level of command, authority, respect, this kind of thing. Advice. Yeah, but opening up. Yeah, it's Ace of Cups. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah. It's interesting. It's a little formal at first, and that's okay. We're pitching ideas here. We're discovering things in polite inquiry. The thing is, it doesn't stay stuck with the Page of Swords. If that was there and that was the only form of motion, I'd be nervous. But as it graduates to the Knight of Swords, oh no, it's fine. We're pitching information. It starts off with an inquiry and then it expands, which is good. That means we're learning more and becoming more prepared to act on that communication. So that's good on both sides. So Ace of Cups, though, this is what it's really about. In case there was any confusion. Love, indeed. Is this love that I'm feeling? Is this the love I've been waiting for? Nine of Wands, Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. Okay, interesting. A little more data there. Someone here, one person, not the both of you, one person, don't know who. Nine of Wands, Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. Has had a hard time getting comfortable. Very hard time getting comfortable. It's been a bit of a fight, bit of a struggle. Allowing themselves to open up specifically to their own idea of self-worth in order to generate this energy, to be part of it. Somebody's had to fight really hard to get comfortable with their own sense of self-worth and therefore be prepared to act on it, receive it. Okay. Someone has a tendency to get in their own way. Again, in respect to this is what I'm worth, and allowing themselves to receive that. Okay? Someone's been fighting themselves for a long time. Getting comfortable with it. I don't mean success. I don't mean coin success. I mean emotional success. Allowing myself to accept the love that I deserve. Allowing myself to accept the passion that I deserve. Someone struggles with this. And they've had to work through that with the Moon. Material success? No. That's not an issue. Someone here's had to take a hard route in learning to love themselves. And accepting what's correct. And that took time. Temperance. It took a lot of time. The Emperor. It's interesting. 2 fire signs. It doesn't have to be. It's just that's how that fell. So here we have Sagittarius' power card. Aries. You might have these very strong placements. They could, obviously, you being who you are. I didn't see your power card here, but I was like, you might have some really strong placements in your chart. Anyway, they're indicating to me the masculine. The masculine had to get comfortable. I said it's not the material success that was the issue. A lot of people confuse material success as being their worth, literally their worth or their weight in gold. But that has nothing to do in any way, shape, or form with one's emotional success. Issues with self-esteem. and worth aren't always about literal worth. It looks like the masculines had to heal from that. A real measure of success is accepting the love we deserve. Okay? And not confusing it with coin and opportunity. That's a different tax bracket of worth, you know? All right. Yes, this is about love. They gave me a little bit more of a profile on somebody. The rarity, 30. Mm-hmm. That's so beautiful. What is that? Oh, it starts with this. Calla lilies. I always forget. And I know they're not just lilies. There's calla lilies. It's beautiful, rare. So not only is it beautiful, it's beauty that is desirous, not easily obtainable. Okay? At least these calla lilies, they weren't always so available, so easily bought and sold like they are today. So anyway, they're very beautiful. And they also represent sexual beauty as well. So physical beauty, emotional beauty. It's kind of like if we were to combine the Empress with the Queen of Wands. Okay? Very rare. Once upon a time, everybody wanted to have those flowers. And not many people could. Engagement. Okay. The snake. Marriage. Somebody's marriage has ended. Long story short, someone's marriage has ended. A little bit more backstory. For somebody, either you or them, you're both available, let me make that clear. But somebody's marriage has ended. It bit poisonous, a lot of self-doubt in there about whether or not we could ever end it or be done with it, or that it was any good for us in the end, especially for the person who might have struggled committing to the love that they deserve and not what they told themselves was good enough. But yeah, I saw... It's interesting because traditionally this is the ring of commitment or marriage to the rare beauty, the one that's highly desirous. In history, I'm having fun with yours today. I'm really stretching yours out today, and that's fine. We have the ruby ring, which suggests purity in history and how we value stones over the years. It's not the diamond, it's the ruby. So the purity to the ideal, the loving, the beautiful, the one that's not easily obtained, the rare, okay, the exceptional, the one, I suppose. 2530. And here we have, it looks like possibly the ending of, you could say karmic or just, let's just say a relationship, okay? That was poisonous. And here we have the rare, the beauty, the ideal, okay? All right. Maturity level, okay, has changed. Yeah, maturity level has changed when we have a better understanding, and assuming we've done our work in healing, and it looks like at least the person who doubts themselves the most or doubted their love abilities the most has done some healing there, and that means, therefore, the maturity level will have changed, okay? That also means our choices will have changed. As our maturity level changes, we also understand what is no longer our worth, okay? That is a mark of maturity. It's not just about endings and what feels like failures. It's also a sign of success. I've outgrown this. I understand it's what I chose at the time because that's who I was then. That's how we chose each other. But that doesn't mean it's what was best. I had to learn what was best for me. Okay. Or we did, something like that. I'm saying we will often choose the partners that we think best represents us at the time. Exhaustion, depletion, drained, a long journey. Took a long journey to get here. This connection between you and them. I'm sure you have your history too. Not just them. They have their history. You have yours. But yeah, this was, they're emphasizing to me the long road here. A journey to get you to in this position of alignment or readiment. Must have been a heck of a thing. Okay. JPE, We have the medallion of Pisces. You might have some very strong Pisces in your chart, could be connected to. The season might be important to you. We also have the Rose of Venus, which I did see once more or less here in the Kala Lilies. Okay. All right. Again, the idealism of the Empress, perhaps in the Queen of Wands, which I did see attached to you. So Aquarius might be your Venus placement. It also just simply the love of your life. Idealistic in beauty. I don't know. Perhaps you have a mighty fine garden of roses. And then we also have the unicorn in the upright. Good, yeah. Rare, special, unique, magically connected. Okay. Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Gemini in their person, please. What's going on? Show me Gemini and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explained in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Show me Gemini. Come on, you. Six of Pentacles, the lovers, you. Good to see you, dear. Ace of Swords. Nice. Very comfy, very cozy. The Tower, the Four of Wands. 10 of Wands. Meanwhile, ... What the Fjork? I said Fjork, which is F-J-O-R-K. Thank you. Okay. Page of Cups. Knights of Swords. Page of Swords. Yeah, it's being expressed. It's being communicated. I can't say it. I mean, you're showing me awareness. The Hanged Man, yeah. Lots of perspective. Lots of perspective here for you. Thinking, acknowledging, and then also practicing in the real world too. You're very aware of the situation. Okay, you're acknowledging it. Okay, let's back up. So the Hanged Man, taking the long view on something. Your life isn't on pause, no. There's just a lot of thought that's gone into this. And you're saying you understand what your truths are. You understand what your priorities are. You got it together. You want to practice it too. Six of Pentacles, the Lovers, Ace of Swords. Things are going quite well between you and somebody. You know? It's balancing up, at least in the 3D. It feels highly compatible. You're showing me activation of self there. It feels correct. Intellectually, it also looks correct to you. It's like it was the natural conclusion between this person and I. That's so interesting. It's like I arrived to the conclusion about this person whom I'm deeply connected to. But it was like it was just 2 + 2, man. It was 2 + 2, baby. You and me, meant to be. But I like how you're showing me the intellectual acceptance of this. It's your truth. It's your truth. And you've arrived to that truth. You've given this strong connection as much thought as anything else I'm saying here today. And it's like, it's all part of my truth, baby. It's all part of my truth. I'm living my truth. And you are. And you're balancing with the lover. Someone who's more like you. It shows up in the 3D at first. And you seem to be quite pleased with that. Just acknowledging that. Okay. There's more to that story. A lot more. But it's not the only thing here. So it's just a lot going on in your reading today. But yeah, things are just so balancing. It's like I just started balancing with them as part of my truth. It was meant to be. I acknowledge this. Intellectually, I've earned this piece of knowledge and I'm backing it up. And you've given that a long-term view. So that's going up for you, but also balanced. It's returned. In other words, it's reciprocated. It's like I'm glad to connect to it in the 3D. Yay. Kind of like that. And after that, I'm sure there's going to be more involved. And there's an exchange here of information. It seems about this situation, Tower, 4 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. In some way, you know what this is. You know what the situation is. You know who this involves. Either you were a part of it or you're being influenced by it in some way. I honestly don't know. Perhaps I will show my advice. The Tower, 4 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. Some sort of relationship relationship here exploded, imploded. It became too much to be borne for somebody. It's falling through. Like I said, either you're aware of it, you're a witness to it, you're part of it in some way. I don't know. I actually see you talking about it with this person. You have insight on this, insider information. Like I said, you were part of it, or in some way it impacts you, like on the peripheral. Like, for instance, you know somebody's relationship might be falling apart or imploding in a rather dramatic way because you're on the peripheral of it. Like, say, you knew this was happening to, like, your brother or a good friend of yours. And it is being discussed, but it's being discussed with your partner here, your lover, your strong connection, and it's done so in a very balanced way. It's very informative. And you are, the both of you, exchanging information and trying to show each other heart over the issue, concern, care. Okay, what's going on? Are you okay? What's going on? So that's being exchanged, that's being discussed actively between you two. Again, you've given this a lot of perspective about what to talk about, what to share, and for some reason, this is important enough in your life that you're talking about it to your person here. So yeah, again, it could be something that's happening that's close to you, like you're on the peripheral, or in some way perhaps you were directly involved. Okay? This might have been a relationship you radically broke from, and perhaps you are telling them about that. You've had a lot of time to think about it, so that could very well be the case. It could be a relationship that you broke out of, perhaps loudly, or say radically, or in some way you understood that relationship was destructive, and you have decided to open up to your person about it. Again, it's largely informatic, and I see the increase of knowledge as we get more comfortable talking about this. And the heart space is showing up in terms of sincere empathy or sympathy. Okay. Yeah. So whichever the case may be, this is strong enough that it influences you, or you are directly a part of it. And I see you talking about it as a normalizer, like a normalizing the situation or informing this person of the situation. So I don't know why. It's looking like I'm capturing a very specific moment in time. I'm under the impression it hasn't happened yet. Okay? But soon, if it has, let me know. It's just for some of you, I have the distinct impression this balance has yet to take place. The exchange of information has yet to take place. It just feels that way. It looks that way, actually. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. So where that situation is, you would know more about it. How it was meaningful to you, what you learned from it. Again, you've taken the long view on all this. You know what you know, and you're quite comfortable with it. You're quite comfortable sharing this information with this person. You want to know their thoughts. You want to know their feelings. You trust this person. Otherwise, I wouldn't be seeing you share your mind with them. That's just how you are. I'm going to say all signs, they all have strengths and weaknesses, pros and cons. And you really don't let people into the innermost portions of your world unless you feel secure with them. Otherwise, you will talk about anything and everything except the main thing. So anyway, just a little bit more about you in case you didn't know that about your sign. Like, you can cover a huge territory of information, Gemini can, but that doesn't mean they're telling you anything important. So you're telling this person something very, very important. Perhaps you want their insight on the thing, you want their take on things, I don't know. But you seem to think it's important, okay? Tower, just blown away. 4 cups with a fortune, unhappiness stretched out over time, a lot of unhappiness stretched out over time. What that means, what that meant, what we've learned from it, the experience of it. What else? That's an easy call. What else? 10 of Swords there. The ending is it was brutal. It was inevitable. This thing went on way too long. I was very unhappy, or the situation understood it was very unhappy, and this is why I'm talking to you about it today. For some reason, you want this person to know. You're being very honest with them. You really want them to know. You want their feedback. And you're delivering it in such a straightforward way. Here are the facts. But you're concerned about their interpretation. What is their feedback? They'll tell you. I can tell you this person wants details. It's like, okay, when did this happen? At what point? When did you know this? Something like that. This Ace of Cups is still done so in love. Love is at the underlying concept here between you and this person. And Ace of Cups, you're not the first person to show me that today so boldly. It's like, this is what it's about. But yeah, it's like we want to make it clear that something's over. And it was extremely painful. Very difficult and very drawn out. And it took time to see it. It took time to acknowledge it. It took time to address it. Never mind, deal with it, you know. Again, we've had a lot of long-term perspective on this. But here, the object here is the Ace of Cups. And I am seeing a returned sense of sympathy and empathy. It's like, but it's so factual. It's so, I'm connecting to them. And it's balancing. And I'm normalizing the situation with them. And it seems like if for some reason this is imperative, that this has to be addressed first and foremost, but yeah, love is the underlying thing here. Ace of Cups. This is done in love. Okay. Okay. Clever Gemini. You judgment flew out from under my hand, and there you are to reveal you. Okay. So you're saying this is absolutely your equal. That you two are uniquely connected. This is where you have to be, this person. Okay. You're saying you two are mentally and or spiritually connected, if nothing else. We'd like it to take it to the realm of emotion. And physical, possibly in time, you know, if it goes that way, if it allows. Yeah, but judgment flew out and yeah, it's after the fact. The lesson's been absorbed, or the reference of time is already closed. That window's closed. It's, in other words, that event has come and gone. Five of Cups is in reverse, and in so doing, we release the past. It's pretty brilliant, actually. It's pretty brilliant. Okay. All right. I kind of want to push a little bit more. Page of Cups. We're familiar with that person. You two have overlapping environments or a shared sense of community, roots, value, stability. You've had overlapping circles before, something like that. Okay? School? Did you two go to school together? Did you both work in a school environment? They're showing me what looks like I don't mean like K-12. I mean like a sprawling campus. So it's very large. It covers a lot of terrain. That's for some of you, not all of you. That is, you know what, campus life, I tell you what, that's a community in and of itself, honey. It takes a lot to run one. It's a community. That in and of itself is an island. Campus is different. It really is its own community within a community. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Trepidation about moving forward. A little stuck there for a while. Yeah, we had to take time to... They're just showing me the same thing. Anyway, time has passed. It released the past energies too when we finally moved on this, decided on this. I don't know. They're showing me such an important exchange. But it's well done. It's well conveyed. And I see that the motivation behind it is love. We want this person to know for love. In other words, the motivation is correct. The insight's correct. The thinking is correct. And how this is being put forward is correct. Undo the mistakes. There's an element here, a brief whiff of undoing mistakes of the past or regrets of the past and letting that go. Okay. I wanted to see more of their reaction, but they just, I just hear them listening. Or hear them, see them calmly listening, actually. I don't have too much else. And the fact, yeah, you two seem to be very uniquely connected. Okay? Okay. Understanding, very understanding this person is. They're very sympathetic. They're very empathetic. Very understanding. They're listening to you, which is good. That's a sign of understanding, all right, is someone's ability to listen. Not hear, listen. There's a big difference between the two. Okay, sacred. Self-sabotage. Sacred. Someone here had a tendency to self-sabotage by not speaking their truth. Okay, that was once upon a time. Once upon a time, the truth that we held so sacred, not being able to speak to it was a form of self-sabotage. Absolutely, that's why I always advocate speak your truth. Okay, because to do otherwise is to go against the self. All right, and we usually end up regretting that. Okay, okay, rarity in reverse 20. There's something here that was not rare. It was not rare, it was not beautiful, it was not divine, it was not sustaining, specifically in this context. A rare environment, we have to work very hard to sustain it. It's greatly admired, it's beautiful, it flourishes. But something here that was cultivated would not sustain. Okay? Was not healthy. Was not emotionally or spiritually, etc. conducive. Great fortune on the path. Someone here has experienced success on their path. Well done. Possibly fortune is involved. 20, 26, and 35. Excuse me. Confusion, uncertain, unclear, unsure. For a long time. I have the feeling that's your person. They were confused about your situation or you for a long time. I don't think that's you. You're showing me so much clarity, and that might be why they're listening. There's confusion. No more. You ever been really confused by something or somebody? And now you're in a position where you don't have to be confused anymore? You're going to be a very apt listener. Yes. Karma. Consequences, cause and effect, silence. There was a karma, there was a price to be paid for silence. Okay. Whatever that means to you. Or them. Somebody. A situation, perhaps. Remaining silence. There was an issue here about not being able to speak our truth, and it was a form of self-sabotage. So not speaking up was a form of karma. And silence. Okay. Excuse me. R, Z, H, I, C, and D. We have one medallion here, and that would... Oh, that's my bad. Leo and Pisces, actually. So you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to this season. Might be important to you. Gemini, honey, this one was really interesting. Good luck to you and your person in that conversation. It's going to lay the groundwork for many things. It's done for the right reasons, which is the Ace of Cups. It's done so in love. I do see that your person is listening very attentively to everything you have to say. Of course, everything could be reversed. I am saying largely this is coming from you. This is something you have given a great deal of thought about, and it looks like anything that was not addressed in the past is being corrected soon enough. This I can say, however, is past. It's done. It's done. It doesn't seem to be an influence in your life anymore. However, you were telling this person everything about it because in some way it affected you, or you were deeply connected to it. I hope that this helped you. This one was really interesting. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, what's up? Show me Libra in their person, please. What's going on for Libra? Like always, we'll start with your side of the board, just explaining that intro, reverse energies, as you see fit. Show me Libra. What's up? Nine of Pentacles, Four of Swords, the Hierophant. Don't you look well rested? I like that. You do. You do. You look really well rested. You do. It's interesting. You're showing me a sense of self, individuation. Nine of Pentacles, can do. I stand on my own 2 feet. Thank you. I'm very independent. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm about. I know what I believe in. Four of Swords, I'm good. I took a nap. Took some time to myself. Little R&R. I feel fantastic. And then the Hierophant. Now you're showing me some sort of commitment here. Commitment to what I don't know. Again, ideally, people understand commitment begins with the self. Okay. So this could be something that you believe in, something that was right for you, and you're trying to abide by that. A sense of paying more attention to yourself, your own needs, or something like that. Being more committed to self-care, being more committed to reflection and healing, something like that. That could be in your best interest. Or it could be that you are showing me indications or signs of commitment outside of you. In other words, you might be interested in something more substantial and signing up to it. Let's see. Okay? Or that you already are. I don't know. Seven of Pentacles. The High Priestess. The Five of Cups. All right, someone's all up in their feels. But they're being quiet about it. Very quiet. Seven of Pentacles. There's a pathway here that's familiar. They're showing me they're on that pathway as an individual. You're on your own pathway as an individual. Someone here is hurting. They're quiet about it. Okay. Knights of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Emperor. Oh, somebody's energy is coming back around, but much stronger than last recognized. We were playing around in the beginning, and then the mood all changed. I quote Lose Yourself by Eminem a lot because there's a lot of spiritual essence in that song. It's not just about being a badass and being successful, the spiritual growth of somebody. Sometimes people get it right in music. Okay. Anyway, that's what I'm saying here. I was playing in the beginning and then the mood all changed. Yeah. No, it went from playful, light, attractive, sexy, fun time to I'm the Emperor. I'm showing up. I'm here now. And it's a hell of a lot more substance than it was before. A lot more claiming, a lot more empowered, a lot more claiming, a lot more interested as well as invested. Showing up. Wow. Overview. Truth. Ace of Swords. See, I see that. You're rocking your truth. You seem to be good. Snug as a bug in a rug. You like you. So you're showing me commitment to your ideals then. Well done. Again, the more you understand, commitment begins with the self. You are prepared to literally back up what you believe in. So a lot of people think commitment begins and ends with just marriage. No, honey. It begins with the self. Everything does. And then what we agree to, right, in terms of commitment, contractually sign up to, is a reflection of what we understand about ourselves from the inside out. So you're showing me a strict commitment to the self and what you believe in. This is what I know. This is what I do. This is what I believe in. And this is how I act. Boom. You're saying I have dedicated a big portion of my knowledge recently to taking better care of myself, and not just my finances, because that's here too, personal sense of security. Your coin, your home base, that's all in there. But also to your mental self, your emotional self, and your spiritual self. So you have been abiding by some very strict laws for better care of yourself, your health, your mental health, your spiritual health, everything, not just your physical security, which is important to you. And you've been successful in, literally, I have to remind people, this is 1 pentacle away from 10. You've done quite well, okay? You're very comfortable. But you've really doubled down on your commitment to taking better care of yourself. And you have been. And that's all you've been doing. And I like that. Strong mind, strong will, strong spirit. Beautiful. Beautiful. Really practicing what you preach here. Long story short. Good job. Over here, now 7 of Pentacles, someone, again, individuation. Someone's on a path. Things are moving along. 7 of Pentacles, okay. Not too demanding, it's a known path, but someone here is very quietly in their feels. That's very quietly in our feels. The High Priestess and the 5 of Cups. We're in a lot of pain there, but we're so quiet about it. We just feel it. And it's in the past too. What's happened between you two is what's happened between you two. There's a lot of regret, remorse, and sadness that's deeply felt by one person here. And it is coming across. I feel like this person's kicking their own ass hard. But, well, not kicking their own ass, they're kicking their own heart. If the heart had an ass, they're kicking it. Okay. I kind of just want to give that person a hug. Yeah, they're hurting. They're hurting. It's on the inside. And I understand that Five of Cups. I do. And they're just on a path. And they're doing their thing. But they're in pain while they're doing their thing. I don't think they've been seduced by past memories. It's just with the intuitive self here, they're trying to understand it and navigate it. So that's good. You can be in your feels and not getting lost to the past. This person's doing it quietly and they're trying to understand. And it's connected to you, of course. All you showed me is that you're going to take better care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and that you're committed to that belief. What are they trying to figure out? What are they trying to fix within themselves or look at or address? It's in the context of the past, okay? So I know you two have some sort of shared history. But yeah, like I said, Knight of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, time has passed, so you don't necessarily... Excuse me, I'm listening hard on yours today. So you don't necessarily know what the hell they've been doing day by day, minute by minute on their path. That's their path. You've been on yours, okay? They've been on theirs. So the last time you had an interaction, I know interaction, or perhaps the last time your two's connection was a little more intact, it might have been a feeling of attraction, sexy, fun playtime. But it seems there was more to it than that. So Wheel of Fortune is going to do its job. Time will catch up to you both. And the representation of self is a lot stronger. Okay. Emperor is here. So it's kind of like saying daddy's home, right? But it's in a more authoritative, and yeah, you could say sexy way. It kind of depends on how you perceive that masculine empowerment. Some people can find it threatening. Not me, not so much. I'm always happy to see the Emperor in Intimate Tarot, because yeah, it comes across like that. Daddy, how was your day? No, I don't find it threatening at all. And no, this is amplified. So that's beautiful. This is having fun, not grounded, largely immature, but yeah, a little bit hot-headed, passionate, but without too much direction. It just moves fast. The Emperor always moves with intent. That's the difference between kind of untamed, underdeveloped, or immature energy versus very. So, yeah, one is a lot sexier than the other. This I see all day, every day, and this is me. It means nothing. This gets someone's attention. Okay. Yes, everybody's dropping this damn cup. Listen to me, I'm a Scorpio, but it's like, wow, what is it? Honestly, what was it? Gemini, Aquarius, all the air signs. And I want to say one of the fire signs too. You might say, could be Aries. I don't want to commit to that. I could be wrong. But all the air signs is showing me this. It's the first card drop. It's coming through love. So the motivation's on point. It could be new love. I just, no. Otherwise I wouldn't have seen this development. No, it's coming through for love. The motivation's correct. Nine of Wands, there was resistance, frustration, anger, walls, the stars, resistance to love, even though it might have been punctuated in some way, felt. It was resisted hard, and then the star, Ace of Wands. No, very strong desires coming forward. Okay. An indication to heal, yes, but with a long-term point of view. So the passion hasn't changed. It's just we're better in tune with the motivation behind the passion. A lot of people don't have motivation behind their passion. It's just passion. the resistance to the motivation behind it, though. That seems to be less of an issue. Okay. Okay. I would say good luck to this person. I know where they've been and it hurts, but it is a process of discovery. For your part, your focus has been you taking better care of you outside the context of work. Okay. You've done a great job. I love how you committed to it, doubled down, and it shows because you look really happy, healthy, and that you're thriving. I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at that and say you both had some energetic leveling to do. Okay, over time. Okay, let's keep on. When, I don't know, the Wheel of Fortune kind of throws things off. The Seven of Pentacles kind of drags things backwards as well. And since this is such a silent process, that doesn't mean it's verbose. Okay, it's not very verbal yet. So anywhere between, like I've been telling everybody, it seems, between Scorpio season, not so much your season, I don't think, but we only have a couple of weeks left in it. So between Scorpio season, no further out than Aquarius season. It's not that I'm apologizing, I just want people to know, if they're not familiar with lisping and what it sounds like, or tongue locking or anything like that, this is what it sounds like, and it can get annoying, but that's why I address it. That way the tension comes down, okay? We're all different. We all have different abilities, and we all have different, well, it's not exactly a disability, but we all have things that are like, it's not exactly the norm. And sometimes it's a hindrance, yes. But yeah. We all have things that are, I'm not going to even try to attempt it. There's too many S's in it. Regardless. We all have those things that are like, it's less than ideal. You work through it, you move past it, carry on. It's one of the things that has made me me. Let's put it that way. Okay. 36. Oh, also the Hierophant. A little bit more of that. You might have some very strong Taurus in your chart. Could be connecting to but such a strong commitment to your beliefs. I don't think that you are deeply religious. I don't know that I'm saying that so much. Is that you believe in what you believe in. And you don't compromise your beliefs. Okay, perhaps. Imprisonment. Chained. Yeah. Lost sense of imprisonment. I know, it feels like that on the inside, yes. That we've been chained and bound up. It feels like that when everything's internal. And I get that. I'm an internal person too. Very introverted. Everything consults with myself first on the inside. I'm not very extroverted. So that being said, yeah, I know what it's like. It can get deep. It can get deep, but as long as we continue to listen to the self, we'll eventually get out of it. Okay. 36 and 29. And thoughts. See, I know, lost in the thoughts and feels. It's part of the process. Working through it. Continue to navigate. I'm talking to this person like they're watching. Maybe they are. Continue to navigate that. And don't be threatened by the thoughts and feelings. Let them flow through. The impressions are there for a reason. It's trying to guide you somewhere. Guide you to a conclusion. Guide you to some insight. Guide you to some healing. Okay, it's not to torture you or make you feel trapped. It will pass. All right? It was there inside you the whole time. We just got to take some time to explore it. Okay? All right. Possibilities. Okay? You see the possibilities here. You understand when something is worth doing, taking a risk on, that you will. Okay. Nourish. Obsession. I can see that. It was in the reverse, by the way. Nourish was in reverse. Obsession was in reverse. I think many of you got into a space where you forgot to take care of yourself, possibly because of this connection once upon a time, and You got lost, perhaps, to work. I don't know. Perhaps you might even identify it as a period of time in your life when you might have been obsessed with this person. Like I said, I strongly suspect both of you need energetic leveling. You might have gotten lost to this. Got lost to the coin, trying to work, provide for yourself, and you forgot to take care of yourself, and it showed in some way. Okay? And although the obsession's over, you don't spend energy in that direction anymore. This is for some of you, not all of you. I report impressions. I'm saying this as being attached to you. You also became neglectful of yourself as well. Okay. You stopped nourishing yourself. And when you started taking care of yourself again, you started seeing the possibilities and putting the focus back on you. Something like that. Okay? All right. We have the music note just jumped out. Some of you, music is very, very important. That's how some of you tune intuitively. For some of you, it's simply profession, hobby, or music is deeply personal to some of you, them, or between the two of you. Okay? You might have a song very much associated with them, or they with you, something like that. Music is a language. K-U-P. We also have the medallions of Leo, Sag, and Gemini. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to other seasons, might be important to you. One of the key words here that they're highlighting to me is intelligence. Some of you are very intelligent, very smart. Okay? All right, Libra, honey. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus. What's up? Show me Taurus and their person, please. Show me Taurus and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. Besides explaining the intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. Show me Taurus. Page of Cups. Judgment. Four of Swords. You're being called to rest and heal, my friend. It looks like it's needed. Eight of Pentacles. Oh, Death. Knight of Wands. Curious. Oddly positioned. Three of Swords. Two of Cups. Seven of Swords. Yeah, I just... Yeah. I think just, like I said, you got a call to rest for a reason. Let's... Look, I'm not the biggest fan of avoidance. I'm really not. I don't... It's hard for me to respect passivity. And avoidance and shit like that. I tend to be a little more confrontational. But this, I say we just sidestep this one for a little bit. I'm not saying it's a long term. I'm saying it's a short term. Okay, let's keep on. Overview, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, please take your time. I just want to emphasize, I don't think you owe this person or situation anything. Okay, so if you need some space to yourself, by all means, there are things here that need to be addressed perhaps later, but not right now. So yeah, by all means, take your time. Knights of Pentacles. So Page of Cups, Judgment, Four of Swords. You're really overdue for some quiet reflection, insight, healing, but it's of the self, individual. It's of the self. For your own heart, for your own spiritual self too. Okay? You need it. It's quiet, it's gentle, it needs to be reflective. Again, once more, of the self, minus the influence here. Ace of Pentacles, Death, Knight of Wands. Now that's real interesting. Is someone who's saying, I don't want to do the work, but I wouldn't mind fucking around with you. Okay. So, I'm having a hard time because that's really weirdly positioned. And I'm not saying it's just transformative. Now, the energy towards you has changed, yes. But the situation is not agreeable. It just... There's someone who flat out refuses to do the work. And I know you're not a big fan of that. So it's... you're not... That's going to go over like a lead balloon with Taurus. So not your first choice. is to be connected to someone who just doesn't want to do the work. But hey, maybe we can fuck around. Okay. So, hey, you're a big Taurus. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. It's like, you know what? I'll be lighthearted, playful, and sexy, passionate with you too. Sounds fun. You're a big Taurus. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But this is not that Taurus. Okay? It really has disturbed you to some degree that someone here is just so objectionable to real work, and I couldn't take it seriously either, honey. As like Eight of Pentacles suggests, we're both putting an equal amount of work into this, and it really is our best. Okay? The realistic effort for what we're thinking and feeling. So if it means something to us, we actually show up and do the damn work, right? So someone here is so objectionable to putting in realistic work. It to you, that's got to evoke some disgust, right? Like a little bit. It's like, right? It's like you want all play, no work. That's so outright. That's so blunt. It's so weird. No, I really don't want to make this work, but I'm open to some friendly relations, though. That'll work, right? Right? That's good enough, right? Taurus went, bye. Yeah, I mean, you went quiet. You went on silence, and I'm glad that you did, because you really need to listen to yourself. What part of this were you supposed to take seriously? I mean, I'm sorry, you're not giving me fuck around Taurus vibes. You're just not. It's just, so what's that? I'm kind of feeling a little bit of disgust on your behalf. It's like, at what point in this were you supposed to take that offer seriously? What? How does this appeal to you? Again, if you just wanted to get your sexy on, okay, you're a big Taurus, you can figure it out. But this upsets you. You had to go silent. It's like, think about my life and where it's going and who I'm connected to and why. Yes, please. Three of Swords, Two of Cups, Seven of Swords. That hurt you. That broke your fucking heart. Yeah, it's going to be a huge insult, right? When you understand you have feelings for somebody and they're like, nah, but let's fuck around. Yeah, that's going to break your heart. And it's Three of Swords, Two of Cups, Seven of Swords. So again, I avoid for now. Yes, please. While you assess the situation. You're not showing me shock. You're not. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Because something about this you found so disgusting and or disturbing, you had to go quiet. It's like, honey, look, listen, I say this all the time. I swear half my words on YouTube accumulate to this. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. I don't want to do the work. This isn't real to me, and I don't want to make it real with you, but I wouldn't mind getting my dick on with you. Okay? When somebody tells you who they are, believe them. Okay? You had begun to feel, I know you did. I know you had begun to feel the etchings of something so much more within you. And at some point, there came that point, right? Do we feel the same way? And your heart got broke almost instantly. So I will give them that, at least. That's some wild. I will say this. They were pretty damn direct. So they didn't waste too much of your time. That's the worst type, in my opinion. The kind that wastes your time. But at least they told you who they were. I don't want to put in the work, and I don't want to make you think I'm gonna. I'm just here for the passion. Nothing real, nothing solid. I'm not trying to stabilize anything with you. I'm not trying to grow anything with you. Nothing meaningful or significant. Anything that indicates we have a fucking future. But just, yeah. How about this, though? I'm sorry. I am sorry. But I'd rather someone be that dickish, that blunt, that much of a troll than someone who actually pretends that they're building something with you, but they're not really, like a couple pages here and there, 2 of Pentacles, maybe 3 of Pentacles. And it's like, well, we're working on our friendship. You know, we're just smashing our private bits, but yeah, we're building something, and you know, pretend or tease you along, shit like that. Dangling a carrot. At least that didn't happen, right? Okay. Yeah, but look, at some point, I just want you to know that conflict in you. If you are upset, angry, or disgusted, you have a right to feel that way. And it might be something that you can convey your thoughts around later. But for now, I would say avoid, yes. Because I really want you to give some deep thought about how you got connected to this, what that looked like initially. Just really start to unpack it. That way you can understand it. And then that way, prevention. Okay, the odds of this happening again will go way down if you learn from it, which is what I want you to do. Okay. Wow. Honey, I am so sorry. You didn't show me shock. But yeah, that hurt though. It hurt. It hurt. Temperance, okay, good. Healing, good. The Emperor, Page of Cups, yeah, there you go, Danny. See, there you go. Yeah, that's just, it's not worthy of you. It's not worthy of you. You know that. You know that. It's not worthy of you. So you, going silent, going within, and healing from it, and learning from it, that's a source of empowerment. Something tells me this person wouldn't understand that too much. Damn. Anything else here, please? 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. The World, they don't want a relationship. Damn. Again, very direct. Sexual competitions involved. 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands. That's why they don't want a relationship. They're still very open to anything that walks, apparently. Okay. So that's why. They're very anti-relationship, anti-producing, anti-meaning, value. Okay. They want to take the ride, but they also want to take the other 20 rides in the park, too. Like that. Okay, so this is the town bicycle. Everybody's had a turn, and they like that. That's a choice. That's not who you are. That's not who you are. That's nowhere near where you are. You actually have dignity attached to you. You have empowerment attached to you. You have healing skills attached to you. Okay? Remember that. I am sorry, honey. Surely that 7 of Swords, though, some disgust in there for you. Certainly. Certainly. You didn't show me shock, though, but honey, there's that 8 of Pentacles. I know they don't want to do the work. Yeah, it's just not who you are, honey. You know, yeah, I'm so sorry, but also no, I'm not. You know, time is the most precious thing in the world. Temperance time. Like money, you spend it. Yeah? But unlike money, where you might have a shot at getting a refund, no such thing as time. You can't get that time back. No refunds on time. Be glad this didn't waste any more of your time than it already did. Okay? At least I had the balls to be such a dick. Spared you some time. Okay. I know, that's you. That is your power card. Number 5, the mature man associated with that level of maturity. And in this deck, it would be the combination of the Hierophant as well as the Emperor. So that sense of maturity, steady hand, I know better. I know you know better. It's just not who you are. It's really not. It's really not. You have too much experience and wisdom behind you. And number 5 in the Hierophant, the mature man. I know you know better, okay? I know you do. See, I know, baby. I know, you're breaking my heart. I'm sorry. I'm feeling your heartbreak for you on your behalf. It hurts to look at you. I'm sorry, honey. And the 28, the romantic The romantic male, you're open to it, and you know you're open to love. And here you're showing me the masculine sense of your earth energy. It's like, I'm taking this seriously. I want to build into this. Okay, I'm mature. I have some experience, and I would like to build a life in love and stability. I want to use my best skills towards this. I know you do. I know. I get it. Harshness, that was harsh. That was a harsh reality check. Yeah. Your instinct to build, let me make this clear, your instinct to build, to provide, to stabilize, to be responsible. These are all good skills. These are all good instincts. Be careful who you apply them to. Okay? You're going to have lots of applicants, but only one gets selected, and this one has no business being selected, and they don't want to be. They made it clear. Okay? Honey, they didn't even fill out the application properly. Okay? Seriously. And I don't know why your beautiful heart started to open up towards them. I don't know what the appeal was. You know, maybe it's just the charm or the confidence or the bravado or the sexual appeal. That might have been where it is, and that's all that it might be limited to. And that might have been enough to get your heart going, but honey, you know not to fuck around with this one, right? Come on now. Come on now. Selectivity is the thing. I know, very harsh. I get very harsh opinions on relationships. They think poorly of it. That's where they are. That's where they are. Okay? I get that. They have a shit opinion, a harsh opinion, a cruel opinion about relationships. That's where they are. That's not where you are. Okay? They say relationships are shit. They don't work out. That's because of the crap that went on in their life. Right? They might change later. That's their business. That's their story. It's not yours. That's not where you are. You're someone who's ready for something more. They ain't. That's their business. Bless them. Let them move on with their lives. Have a great day. You know, but it's, I know you want more. They don't. So believe somebody when they tell you that. They have an ugly ass opinion of relationships. I get it. Well, honey, that's something that happened to them. And if I were to do a reading on them, and I'm not, but if I were, they would have shown me heartbreak too, and devastation, and world having ended. And they're all about the fun time and the fuck around time and the compensation time and the makeup time and the play time and the freedom time. And that's where they are. Okay? That's not where you are. You still have a lovely, good opinion of development, maturity, commitment, and all the things I would come to expect from you. Okay? You go on then. You're awesome. You're awesome. So, let me tell you something right now. You might drop a tear or two, but not too many. This one won't worth it. Okay? It's not worth it. That's coming from me. Okay? I try to find something, but honey, if I was doing intimate tarot, the most I could compliment this person on is their sexual chemistry. Nice. You know what? You can manufacture that shit. It usually comes in the variety of alcohol. Honestly, you can manufacture sexual chemistry. Cologne, alcohol, lighting, all that shit. It is all surface level. If you want the stuff that's actually good, you can't manufacture it. It just is. It just exists of its own free will and accord. Okay? I'm sure this person can put on some really good cologne and they dress nice and they know how to use the sexy words, and that's where it stops. Honestly, I could get as much as from a bottle of wine and a that's just is what it is. Yes, I said that. Real talk. Honestly, I feel like I can talk to you, and if I can't talk to you, we got problems. I can't talk to Taurus. If I can't talk to Scorpio, who else? Aries. Yeah, I can get really real with Aries too. And if I can't talk to you guys in a real way, we got problems. Honestly, don't cry too much for that one, honey. One day, yes. Someday, somewhere, another time. Yeah, one day, but not with that one. No, but one day, the appropriate love for you. Yes, by all means. Please, yes, one day. Remember, many will apply. Be careful who you choose for the job. All right. Yes, Eight of Pentacles. I know. You two might have shared a work environment, and that made it kind of easy at the time. Let's see. Defenses. Too many walls. Oh, shit. That was the polite way of putting it. Okay. Yes. We have the letters N, Q, C. We have the medallions of Virgo and Pisces. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart, could be connected to, or the seasons might be important to you. We have the unicorn in reverse. There's nothing magical about this whatsoever. It is not unique. It is not magical. No. It might think it's magical, but it ain't. Okay? There's no such thing as that much magic in anybody's pants, honey. All right. Oh, we also have the medallion of Cancer. Missed that. Same. And then we have the lotus flower, the beautiful unfolding, okay? Also indication of Scorpio or Scorpio season might be important, but the idea here with the lotus flower is that it is the beautiful unfolding of things, okay? At first we have chaos, what looks like chaos, and then something unfolds over time, and then we see how it was supposed to happen, okay? It's gorgeous. It'll be beautiful. Love for you in time will be beautiful, the right one, and you'll see how things unfolded and why they did. Okay? I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. There you go. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Virgo in their person, please. What's up? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. We're just explaining the intro. Reverse those energies as you see fit. Show me Virgo. What's that? Oh, make sure that mic's working. The High Priestess, the Nine of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Strength, Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. Interesting. Okay. Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Oh, the World. Overview, the Empress. Okay. Oh. You're showing me the intuitive self, which is good. Happy to see that for you. Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. There's a lot of fear there. Internal. You keep that to yourself. But nonetheless, I see you proceed forward. The Empress is in your overview. I'm defaulting to you as the Empress here in your overview. Empowerment. Empowerment here in this context. I might have some fears here and anxieties. Nonetheless, I will proceed, which speaks to empowerment. And that's what I see you doing. Okay? I see you proceed in a direction. And you're nervous. But nonetheless, you're going to go. You will move forward. You're saying it's worth it to you. It's like, I know what my worth is, and while I am a little fearful here, and sometimes my thoughts get really loud, nonetheless, I will move forward, and you are. Strength, Knight of Wands, the Chariot. Wow. Kind of a strong-willed energy here. It almost looks like it's trying to intercept you. You're going kind of slow, so it shouldn't be too hard. It looks like it's pulling up fast to you. Okay? It says it wants to be there in front of you. Has some very strong energies. It has a kind of presence. Oof, you know? It insists on being there. Insistence. So it moves fast, I suppose, when it wants to, with strength of will there. And the insistence that I should be here in front of you now. Okay. Now, typically this kind of thing isn't necessarily bad. It's someone who says, you know, I'm aware of what I want and what my will is, and thus here I am. But it seems to get really close to you or in front of your face and says, I'm here. I choose to be here. This is my will. I'm concerning myself with your will that even though it's a little shaky, says it wants to move forward in its own way. Okay? Queen of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the World. I don't think you want this person in your face. I see you actually rejecting them. I don't think they were expecting that. Now, I don't know that it's a huge blow to the ego, but I can see that their kind of force of will and their pride is a big part of who they are. I don't think they expected you to turn them down. No. It kind of makes you more attractive that you do. But it's hard to explain. But it was a form of empowerment. You're declining friendship with this person. And if not friendship, as in the Three of Pentacles friendship, it's some sort of cooperation. To work together, to get along, to try, to build, to rebuild, to start over, something like that. Any of those contexts with the Three of Pentacles, perhaps you'll show me more in advice. So look, I think that their energy that they have is beautiful, and I think it's unique for them. But you don't want it. Whatever terms that they're putting forward, that they say is important to them, it's like, thank you very much for those terms. You know, you went out of your way to make sure I understand the terms. How generous of you. You're putting forward friendship or the ability to work together or cooperate or get along. That's very nice. That's very generous of you. Thank you for being so adamant with your will. I don't want it. And I tell you what, honey, if that didn't make you more sexy, like, it just made you very much more attractive. You turned it down. It's like this. I don't know what your thinking is. Maybe from your point of view, you just don't want to participate. You don't want a friendship structure, or you don't want to look like you're getting along with them, or trying to work things out. You seem to be determined to go in your own direction. You're nervous, but you also feel that you should, so you're honoring yourself as best you can. You're honoring your voice as best you can. And that's real empowerment. It's not how much somebody can impose their will, but are they willing to back up their actions? And right now, you're telling yourself, I need to proceed to move forward on my own or in this direction. So I don't know. You don't seem to be inclined to take their help, to take their friendship, or their idea of partnership, or peace treaty, or something. I don't know. I really don't know. It's odd. It's almost like they're showing up brilliantly, trying to help you or do you a favor by offering you this, and you're like, no thanks. I don't need your favors. Or I'm glad you did, because there's something about this that you need to go your own way, or do this minus their help. I'm not saying you have to. You could do whatever the hell you want. You're a grown Virgo, right? But if you wanted this person's help or assistance, or their sense of cooperation, you would have taken it. If you wanted their white flag or their offer to start over, you would have taken it. Okay? I don't know. It's weird how that comes sweeping in. There's a lot of confidence in there. Bless them for that. I see that their pride's in there. But it's almost like they want to stop and intercede and influence this their way, and you don't want to go their way. You want to go your way. Okay. It's different. So don't think that it's bad, but there's something here. It's like, see, I'm showing up. This is what I have to offer. I'm sure you'll appreciate it. And maybe you do appreciate it. I'll just say that you're glad that you turned it down. It's just not for you. It doesn't work for you, or it's not what you want. Or with them. Okay. King of Swords. Ace of Swords. The Two of Pentacles. There it is. Consideration. A lot of consideration. Do you want to cooperate? You gave it some darn good thinking. That's a lot of thinking there. It's good thinking. King of Swords and Ace of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Do I want to do this? Okay. So you didn't turn it down right away. You gave it some good thought. But do you want to go back and forth with this person in this connection or in this arrangement? Whatever form it takes. It's almost like it's going out of its way to be super friendly towards you. The Star, the Magician. I think you want more, and I think you want more on your terms, whatever that is. whatever your dreams and goals and visions are, it's yours, it's not theirs. And I don't know that they're necessarily trying to attach themselves to your dream, but it's like, see, this is what I can do to help you out. Again, it's not malicious, but there's this assumption here that they're doing you a favor, and it's bright and strong, and you and your own kind of quiet strength, because you have this lovely quiet strength thing going on, and turn it down, and that just made you even more attractive. The Magician, the stars, I think you're aiming for something else with someone else, or in conjunction to someone else, the Wheel of Fortune. You had a lot of time to understand this dream, okay, and to get in tune with it, or try to get in tune with it. So again, I don't see it as malicious on either sides. You showed me an internal fear that has to do with choosing this path, but that you're more empowered for having chosen it. Okay. It's been a dream for you since perhaps childhood. Okay. A childhood dream, or something that you felt was just perhaps always in the realm of fantasy or the stars. But now you're going to make it happen. Okay. 13 with a sense of childlike wonder. It's not really a fantasy for you. It's kind of like you want to bring it into reality. Okay, it's your time. It's the courage to change. You want to change and take that particular journey, and it's yours. It requires you to get on that particular path, right? That means you have to make the decisions. You have to choose to change course, to change your path in this life. 13, 9, and 10. This is your choice. This is your chance to change. You really don't seem to want this person's influence, but it also doesn't feel negative either. But it's just like, I'm glad I'm not accepting their offer to help or to be friends or something. I don't know. No, but this is my path. That's what I saw for you, is the fantasy. It started out that way, didn't it? It seemed fantasy at first. I have every reason to believe that that's what you believed or interpreted this to be once upon a time, but now you've been taking it seriously. Here it is. There's all the elements of fantasy and heightened sense of dream state, and it's not anymore. The star, you're going to reach for it. Before that, you didn't reach for it. It was just in the realm of fantasy, but you had to be willing to change and take another path in order to acquire your new vision. Okay? And you're saying this is kind of like a solo journey. You're saying it was a fantasy. And I guess this person thinks they can help positively or be an influence. And you're like, no, thank you. You want to do this on your own. Elusive influences. Oh, influences. Why? They're very elusive about why they want to exert their influence. Interesting. Elusive about the influence. Why do they want to be influenced to something that's important to me? Why? Some people want to get in on the ground floor. Some people, they see what you're doing and they wouldn't necessarily do it, but they want to know that they exerted some influence. I did see somebody's pride involved, yeah. They're not really sure why they want to be an influence. But you didn't like it, so therefore you turned it down, or it's not for you, and therefore you turned it down. Okay? To each their own. It makes sense to me. I'm not going to bother with this deck. It doesn't seem to fit. All right, L, V, X, N, U, and then we have the ladybug in reverse. There's something here about this isn't going to be a lucky type situation. You're going to have to work for it. It won't be easy. Or you don't expect any luck or any help with this one. It's something you have to do. I really don't know what it is, but it's deeply personal to you. You've been thinking about it forever. Just forever. And you're also showing me I want to do this on my own. No helping hands. I don't want your help or cooperation. This doesn't require a colleague or a partner. I don't know. I don't know what it is, Virgo honey, but there's something about it. I think I understand you. When you declined this, it made you feel more attractive. Like, I got this. Confidence. I got this. And there's something to be said about sometimes we just want to do things on our own. We don't expect other people to understand, or even if they tried to exert their influence, they wouldn't get it because it's not theirs. It's not their thing. It's not their goal. It's not their project. And you just started that journey. You don't want the influence. You just want to be open to the path for yourself. Okay, that's all I know. Okay, no side attachments to this, no onboarding, just you right now. If you bring other people in on this later, that's your decision. But for now, you just want it to be you. All right, Virgo, I do hope this helps you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me, Capricorn. All right, what's up? Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I explain in the intro, reverse those energies as you see fit. Show me Capricorn and their person. Okay. The World. You're not the only one. 4 of Wands. Oh my goodness. The 2 of Cups. I got it. I got it. Yeah, it's that time of year. I know I was telling another sign. I said, typically I see this stuff heavily towards the end of the year or year's end. Usually marked right around Scorpio season. Close enough. Okay. Okay. The 10 of Wands. Oh, the Lovers. And the 2 of Pentacles. Temperance. 9 of Pentacles. And the Moon. Yeah. This isn't the one. I know it's at times it felt like it was the one, if you will, if you believe in that. This one isn't it. No. I think it was a strong connection that's played its part. Yes. And you've kind of figured that out actually already. This person is still struggling with it. 5 of Wands is back and forth. There's been fighting for a while now. It's in the overview, so that tells me there's been fighting for a while. So big problem number 1. Now don't get me wrong. All couples fight. All normal, healthy couples fight. It's hard enough being one person. Never mind in a 2-person dynamic. You will fight with yourself. Eventually you're going to fight with someone else if you're in a relationship. Okay? The point is that it's healthy and it's constructive. When it's often, frequent, or that's what your 2's relationship boils down to, is a battle of wills, agenda pushing, arguments and anger that's frequent, more often than not, then that's a problem. That's not the healthy kind of anger. That's ongoing. It's ongoing frustration and heightened angry energies. Okay. The World, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Like I said, you seem to know this more than your person or your former person does. The World, 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups. In fact, I think many of you are about to trigger the cycle as being complete, if you haven't already. It's kind of like I've had all I can stand and I can't stand no more. Was that Popeye? Okay. 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups. Yeah, there was a relationship here. And there was some sort of emotional reciprocity or back and forth. I say that. But it's kind of like saying, what's love got to do with it? We're always fighting. We're always angry. The energies never calm down. They never stabilize. There's always some sort of fucking drama between us. And you're right, there is. 10 of Wands, the Lovers, 2 of Pentacles. This person they're connected to feels the weight of the connection, the intensity of it, but still struggles with what to do with it in the long term. So that tells me they themselves, while they might feel a certain way towards you and the connection overall very intensely, they themselves question its longevity. Okay. Is it sustainable? No, it's not. It's not. But like I said, I think you figure it out before they do. Should I continue? It's been on their mind, but it's like for some reason they haven't brought the point home. They're still thinking it's a possibility to continue this relationship in the future, and you're told me it's done. So that tells me you figured it out before they did. They're close. They're close. But yeah, as strong as this connection is, it's not coming across as sustainable. No. To keep the lover's connection, it has to be chosen. And it's not that... It's not that people don't want to choose. It's usually just a failure to change. And more than one way. So there's there's many ways we could change. And one person has to be willing to change, and the other person has to be willing to change in order to keep the connection. So that's what I mean by you have to choose it continuously. It will be your most challenging connection, and the one that requires the most change in order to keep it. Okay? So while parts of them still struggle with this idea of keeping it together, at the same time, what's rolling in is what feels like this immense pressure that's just not possible. Okay? Like I said, I think you figured it out before they did. But it's not a competition. It's not about who gets there first. It's just, more often than not, it usually clicks at least for one person first before it does the second. It happens all the time. Temperance, Nine of Pentacles, the Moon. There's a lot yet to learn from this. Right now, you two are so tangled up in such harsh ways and difficult ways that you haven't been able to relax around this or them. So its greater illumination as to the point or the purpose of this connection hasn't been discovered yet. How can it? Things are still, you know. Even if they're over in your mind, you can still feel the aggression and the frustration and the anger. Okay? Now, there's this idea here of temperance. No, I'm still me. I still need to be on my own. I'm okay with that. But there's a lot yet we don't yet know about the overall meaning and significance of this connection, what you two have learned from it. There's yet more to learn. Okay? For both of you. To be clear, I think you're probably amazing as a person. They're probably amazing as a person, but you two together, you tried. You tried because of the intensity of that connection. But it wasn't exactly the kind of connection that would inspire us or the both of you to change. Okay. I think I'm seeing here of opposites attract. I really do. That's what I'm thinking. Like I said, I think you're probably amazing on your own, and they're amazing on their own. And I think you two are very much a case of opposites attract. Okay? Because I'm not saying either one of you is being willing to change, but how to keep this going, maybe. That's not the same as changing, you know? Okay. This is good. This is a good example of some classic tarot here. I strongly suspect that. I haven't seen that in a while, but this was very much a case to think of opposites attract. But you would know best. It's either you're reading or it's not. Okay. Let's get some advice, please. Okay. Four of Pentacles, the Moon, the Knight of Swords. And that's one of the things we need to learn. Not yet. In time. The Knight of Swords. It still kind of confounds you to this day. Why did I hold on to this as long as I did? That's what has yet to be revealed. The both of you. It's not just you. This is technically shared. That's how I know you're amazing as you are. They're amazing as they are. But you two are like oil and water. Okay. Strong connection to try, but the unwillingness to change. Okay. Yeah, so it still kind of confounds you. Whatever drew me to them, that's what will be revealed to you in time. And also, why did I hold on to it as long as I did? Again, that will be revealed to you in time. All right. Like always, it'll have more meaning and insight later. Okay. Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles, and there it is. Yeah, there's the truth of it. This went so far before eventually it topped out. You're not showing me emotionally unavailable, that what you felt for this started to shrink. Okay. You started to become detached. There's a big difference between being unavailable and detaching, where there used to be love and then we start to detach. That's what happened. I'm saying detachment here for at least one of you. I believe it's you, but again, you both took the position of individual Nine of Pentacles. You are who you are, they are who they are. So it could have happened to you both. In that sense of that there was love present, and then it started to fade. Okay. It lost its grip. It lost its anchor. Something like that. Okay? I have to be honest with you. I strongly suspect one person refused to change around this idea of relationship and or commitment, taking it further. But they wanted to keep the connection. Somebody did. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that unless the other person doesn't agree with it. That can cause tension too. You two might have had very different opinions about what constitutes commitment and consistency and stability. Okay? That's what I'm saying. We really need to line up to values. Okay? Values are much more important than, say, shared interests or hobbies or attraction. Okay. But you want what you want, they want what they want. And there's where you two tried to meet somewhere in the middle and it wasn't taking. Okay? Compass pointing due north. I know. Get back on track with your... Okay. All right. So we're talking about the anchor stuck and the efficiousness of it, the courthouse. Looking at this from a very fair and clear point of view for what it is, about that stuck thing we were talking about. 2335. Trying to be fair. The mature man, someone here knows better. Okay? You might have some Taurus in your chart. They could be. But they're mature man, someone here knows better. Wisdom. Okay? Wisdom, insight, and a certain level of maturity about the fortune. Yeah, somebody here wants to expand. The other person wanted to keep it as is. They didn't want to commit further. Someone wanted to increase their world, their foundation, their strength, their fortune, their way of life. Invest. And the other person not so much. Okay? All right. I think we unraveled that mystery. 23, 35, 5, and 26. Okay. For some of you, one day somebody else got that. I don't remember who. Someday, somewhere, another time. I would also say another person at another time. Maybe whomever this is, or perhaps it's you. They have some living to do before somebody can commit or be open to it. Maybe one day. I don't want anyone to live on false hope, but I'm more inclined to say the right love at the right time, as opposed to just waiting one day. Maybe one day you and I can be together. And that might be the general feeling, you know, if somebody ever wants to kind of settle down, then maybe one day. Or the other person stops valuing commitment and they can just have a kind of open-ended long-term commitment, you know, whatever. But I like to think of it as the right love at the right time. Okay. And distance, separation, space, blockage, distance. Yeah. Okay. I understand. Yeah. No, I don't think either one of your points of view is wrong. It's just they don't match. Some people are quite happy with long-term companionability. You know, it's commitment in its own way. It's just minus the paper. Somebody needs the paper. You know, so it's not that either one is wrong. It's just your two rights don't match. That's all. Not today, anyway. Games, it feels like we're playing games, and I can see that, but no, there's more sadness to it than that. There's a lot more sadness to it. I think someone's still being held up by old karmic contracts they got burned by. I would strongly suspect that's an influence here. Yeah, I know it feels like we're playing games, but honestly, I don't think that was the case, no. I think we got a case of oil and water. I do. I strongly believe you are both outstanding individuals in your own rights. It's just your beliefs are where they are right now, and their beliefs are where they are right now. Okay? I can say that they honestly thought, even if it hurt or was painful, they did what they could to try to keep the connection going. But you said no more. This isn't a relationship, not a real one, I believe. Okay? I think someone's still suffering the sadness of an old karmic contract where shit, frankly, just didn't work out. But that doesn't mean we're playing games. But I can see where you would think that. If they're still trying to figure out how to keep this going, it might feel like they were playing a game. No, they still had work to do. Somebody still had work to do. Okay? It might feel like games, especially when things are getting heated, but that's more of some sword shit. That's like 5 of swords, 7 of swords, stuff like that. Okay. And with the devil and the magician, and that's different. F, A, V, and then we have lots of medallions here. Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Libra. Libra twice. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart, could be connecting to, or their seasons might be important to you. Capricorn, honey. I think, you know, it was a landing, but it was still a safe landing. All right. There's yet more to learn from this. I know some of you just want to write this off as a big game. I get that, but the moon is here twice. You don't know everything yet. All right. But I agree. They could have done with some more healing. But that kind of gives me an idea of how strong the connection was, is that they ignored that instinct to be with you. Doesn't mean it's an excuse, but I get it. Yeah, there's a lot more to learn. They do, and you do too. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, what's up? Oh. What's going on? Show me Scorpio and their person, please. Show me Scorpio and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, which I explain the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Show me Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands. Oh, lovely. That is lovely. Queen of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Moon. Oh. Well, you don't know. Oh, shared 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. 7 of Pentacles, been minding your pathway. Steady as she goes. 7 of Pentacles is different for everybody. It depends on your point of view. For a lot of people, they have a well-developed pathway and they're happy with where it is. Just let it ride neutral. That's it. No more, no less. I don't want to shift things upwards. I don't want to shift things downward. I just nice and steady. Like, that's enough. We're good. We're good. Other people can see it as stagnation and they get restless. It's like, I want more from my pathway. Okay. You're showing me I'm good. I'm good here, neutral. This is good. I don't need any more right now. I'm good. Everything's cooking. It's developed. It's on a certain path. Calm, steadiness. Just easy, smooth right now. That's it. For your pathway. Over here, the Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands. Time has passed for you. That's it. That's all they're showing me. They hit the fast forward button and then they're like, okay, play. And they're saying, we've caught you up and here you are. Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands. It's lovely, actually. It's really beautiful. You're ready for a new beginning. You're ready to open up again in love, it seems. Your heart space is softened. It's ready to express itself or would like to. Even as we speak, it is seeking inspiration as a source for love, a source of romance, because that's in there, a source for passion, light of path, hope. But yeah, you're looking, seeking your Ace of Wands as we speak. And you're showing me no contradiction there. So in other words, it's known to you. You feel good. You feel ready for it. You want to open up. You're looking for your next indicator. Okay. Yeah. You look fresh as a daisy. Just like, hello world. And you're taking a look and it's like, I wonder where my next love lies or my next form of passion lies. And for you, it's actually both. And I'm not surprised. But yeah, it's a little bit of both. You're ready. You're ready. So I guess it's been a while. You know, you haven't gotten on that horse in a while, but you're there now. So that's great. Over here, Queen of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Moon. Unbeknownst to you, someone's holding on to you. It's non-threatening, but you're no wiser for wear, at least not yet. It's non-interactive at this time. But yeah, Queen of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles and the Moon. Someone's holding on to you, the idea of you, the energy of you. You know, they find you very attractive, yes, and they hold on to this. Deeper feeling, if there's deeper feeling there for that person, that's under the Moon as well. Okay. Right now, it's showing me restraint. I'm not ready to indicate to Scorpio that I'm here or that I would like their attention or something. It hasn't come forward yet. So that's not the unknown, as in the unexpected. This is someone whom we've known, because Four of Pentacles you can't hold on to what you don't have an idea of, right? So they definitely have an idea of you and your energy, and they know what it's like to some extent. Perhaps they've tasted it before. They've got a blast of it before. But yeah, they hold on to it. And again, it's not obtrusive. It's not obnoxious. Okay. But when the time is right, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, I don't know what that means when the time is right. Okay. It depends on this person's willingness to reveal themselves, and then when does that happen? So the revelation, when it occurs, I don't know. It just kind of jumps me into the possibility, the Five and Six of Pentacles. So here's the opportunity to even things out. Now, if it was just a chance to balance things out, oh, look, we can work things out with Scorpio, yay. I'd be like, okay, that's not very satisfying, because obviously this person's doing more than holding on to the opportunity to balance with you. There's an emotional component here. And that's what I'm saying here is the Queen of Cups. So that makes me feel a little better. Because it's not just balancing for the sake of it. It has nothing to do with the exchange of resources or the material world, or just consuming someone's time, energy, and attention because they can. So that's good. Because those are all spendable concepts and they don't mean too much to me. So I want to, sorry, it just doesn't. When we're talking about the withholding of one's feelings actively, and someone's having to choose when to reveal them, I need to see more than the pentacles to honestly give a damn and to advise you more. I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Because then that's... What else is there to be done with that? You know? So the Queen of Cups is here, so that's good. This is shared between you two. That's better. That's what I'm talking about. Now we actually have a buildable construct around the revelation of feelings. So what was hidden is now being balanced against, excuse me. So that makes me feel a lot better. Okay. In other words, I need something more to work with. What's the point of holding on to someone's energy? What's the point of choosing when to reveal yourself if you're not going to get to the good stuff? Because honestly, you can have I can have a balance with my neighbor, and I do. Balances are multiple. There are many in this life. It's not just work, and it's not just a basic energy exchange you can have with anybody for the sake of trading, you know? Conditional balances, getting something. No, there needs to be more. So I'm glad to see that there was more. That also tells me that there is a softening of heart spaces on both sides. So that's good. Now, you told me that you're open. You're open to business. Whether or not you take that business to this person, I don't know. All right? In terms of a new love or a new source of anything. Okay? But surely they see and sense that in you, your openness and your availability, and that's what they might be speaking to. If you choose to make them the love interest from this point forward, well, that's a different story. But I think that's why at some point they feel safe to reveal that to you, that they've been holding on to the idea of you, is because in some way they see that you're open and you're ready and you just seem to be heading that direction. Okay. I feel like why is it so hard? Why is it trying to get you alone? What is that? They want to talk to you privately, but it still seems to be out in the open. I want to talk to you privately. This is private matters, yeah? But the only way to do it is in the open. So it still comes across as a fair exchange. I can't talk to you privately. Why? I don't know. You know what I mean. Anyway. Well, I suppose that's something to be revealed, eh? Oh, the Fool. Page of Cups and the Seven of Swords. See, there it is, even now as we speak. Doubts about opening up, doubts about revealing oneself, doubts. The Fool can obviously be so much bigger than the Seven of Swords, but if one's mind is that riddled with fear, It can overturn the spirit. So again, right now it's kind of like it's still being hidden. And then it just kind of pops open. The full Page of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Where someone's terrified to be the fool, or someone's terrified to look like a fool. Well, if you're not willing to look like a fool, you're not going to get too many results. So long as you're honoring the self, you can it doesn't matter. Page of Pentacles, the Sun, Five of Wands, Ace of Swords. Why is it such a damn struggle to open up to the truth for this person? You just showed me where you are, and I'm happy where you are. I hit the fast forward button for you. See, Scorpio, you're ready. Have fun. That's all they showed me, that your pathway's steady. You got it in a good comfort zone. It's neutral right now. You want to keep it that way. Clearly, you're trying to make space for something else in your life. Page of Pentacles, the Sun, Five of Wands, Ace of Swords. The truth. Why is the truth so hard? The truth would set you free. It'd make you happy. You invest in the truth. It would make you feel so good to reveal yourself. A conflict there. We're afraid of a fight. We're afraid of an argument. Again, there's no guarantees. Why do people watch tarot looking for guarantees? It's just not how life works. What I see for somebody today might be different tomorrow. All you can do is live life now. I want a guarantee. I want a guarantee there won't be a fight or argument. That's not for you to decide. But it also is. All you can do is account for your side of things. You get to choose your level of participation. Someone else's response is someone else's response. But I gotta tell you, honey, you don't look like you're in a fighting mood. So again, most of this is fears in the mind of that person. You're open for love and inspiration and happiness and whatever that looks like for you in the next chapter of your life. And this person can either get the nerve to try to be part of it, or they will continue to close themselves out because they're too afraid. So I don't know. And neither do you. Your business is right here. That's your job right there. That's your job. You continue to move forward in that spirit. If they do, great, good for them. I do see you stopping to listen and to balance with them from the heart, and then that's returned. Great. If they don't, then you're not going to know anyway. Fortune favors the brave. What can I say? I'm done. I can't pursue this further. I keep getting stopped by that moon and the fear of repercussions or the fear of reprisal. There's only so much I can do with that. I can't even hazard a guess at a timeline, potentially by your birthday season. I don't know. The Sun, 321. Oh no, it's happy. Want to be. 31st might be important. Maybe. Halloween, possibly. But happy. The Sun, here twice. Possibly Leo. 34, occupation, great fortune. You've done well. Oh, they're pointing out about your pathway. It's steady. Okay. It's steady. You have at a good resting point. You want it to stop there. So you've deliberately stopped cultivating because you've actually done quite well. Your occupation, you're doing something that you very much want to do, makes you happy, and it's given you a certain level of fortune. So you've been able to kind of put things in neutral for a while. Why did they point it out? Yeah, I did see making space for this. You want to shift your energy into other areas of your life. I get it. Yeah, the time is right for you here. You got your pathway, your fortune, if you will, your work just where you want it. You've been successful there. It's made you happy. And now you have a little more freedom to do other things, which is great. No, that I love that. Congratulations. 34, 26, and 31. Okay. Yeah, so no, you can definitely afford some leisure time. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated, you know. The thing is, you're going about your life. This is your job right now. If they don't, you're not going to know anyway. You're not going to know. So you continue on with your life. And if you're looking for that new source of love and inspiration, it's just a matter of time, isn't it? Cloudy judgment. That's what I'm saying. A cloudy judgment. What they feel is correct. Their willingness to honor it is completely different, because the mind takes over with this person quite a bit. Fears. A lot of self-doubts. Their biggest clue is how they hold on to you and their energy. So frustrated. It's readings like, again, this is the main takeaway. If they step forward, great. You two have the opportunity to bounce from the heart in all the right ways. Beautiful. Love it. And it actually helps repairs in many ways. It goes from a 5 to a 6. Okay? And if they don't, it doesn't matter. You're on this path. Okay? I'm just saying they should get you, or try to get your attention while they can. You're not going to always be available. Okay. Haunted. Well, I still dream of you. Okay. All the more reason. It's easy for me as the tarot reader. It's like I just want to scream at people sometimes. Get out of your fucking head. Do what your heart says. Do what your spirit says. It depends on how badly someone's haunted. Okay. But hey, to each their own. Everybody's got to do what's right for them, you know? If this person hasn't done the work, then maybe not. W-I-J, yeah, that's the only indication I've had is our season. It's the snowflake time of winter, also associated with death. So, yeah. By your birthday season, it seems like it's going to be either hit or miss. It either will or won't. You'll know by Scorpio season. Okay. I feel like if it doesn't happen, then it's not going to happen at all. I strongly have that impression. This is a soul bond of some type. It's coming back around or looping back around some way. Okay. All right. Scorpio honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, what's up? Show me Pisces, please. Show me Pisces. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board. Just explaining the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Show me Pisces and their person. Yeah. Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Look at you. You're taking care of business. Look at you. Never a dull moment, eh? Lots to do. Okay. Four of Cups, Page of Wands, Judgment. Don't know where they are, but it looks like they need to be where they are for a little bit longer. Okay. Shared, the Emperor, Two of Swords, and Death. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. The Hanged Man. Oh, no. You've given this lots of thought. Oodles and oodles of thought. Lots of it. I think you're the second person to show me this today. It's like, oh, I put a lot of thought into this. Yes, you have. And you're showing me a lot of mental and spiritual confidence around your own particular subject, your own life as you are currently living it. And you know what? You're looking around and you're receiving a lot of proof and or validation that you are where you should be. So don't stop. Don't break stride. Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, the Hierophant. You are definitely showing me commitment to your world, your responsibilities, your home, your personal sense of self and security. Like I said, you're the second sign today to show me this is what I believe in. I believe in me, and these are my values, and this is how I'm backing them up. So I don't see it commitment as in tied to somebody. No. On the contrary, I do see you doubling down on what you do believe in and showing that commitment to yourself. So again, everything begins with the self, including our sense of commitment. And you are showing me commitment to you to uphold your responsibilities and to hold yourself accountable for everything that you do. You take it very seriously. Your title, your role, your responsibility, your work endeavors. The security, like I said, of your personal home and finances. Okay. It looks like you're building yourself up. Security, all is well, and reinforcing everything it is that you already do. You're showing me I'm commitment to myself and my well-being. Okay. So you're working very hard to your own endeavors that are important to you. And you show up every day. You're a very real physical presence every day. Okay? All right, over here, Four Cups, Page of Wands, Judgment. This person needs to be on their own a little more. It's sometimes they are tempted to open up and make contact with you, but they shouldn't, I don't think. I'm not trying to tell them what to do, but it's kind of like, no, you haven't learned what you needed to learn. Four Cups, Page of Wands, and Judgment. They have, they're very upset. Let's make that clear. They're very upset. They're very hurt. And I can see where sometimes they want to get out of that feeling. Okay? To push back on the effect of it. And Page of Wands, a little bit of something. A little spark, a little hope, a little something. And then Judgment's like, no, you're not ready. You haven't learned lessons. No. 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 That's no. So this is what they need to learn and get acquainted with are these Four Cups. And I can see where they're trying to, like, I don't want to feel that though. Page of Wands, show me something else. Let me talk to Pisces real quick. No. No. They're trying to tune in to the dialogue with universe and their spirit, but it's hard for them to stay focused on it. They don't want to. It's painful. It's a painful subject. And you might even have gotten a couple of those blips from this person. A couple signs, hints, or indications that they want to talk or something. I don't see who's being interested. The Emperor, Two of Swords, and Death. From your point of view, this is over. Okay? And I believe from their point of view, they need to acknowledge and or recognize some change. It's not the same. Okay? This is what you have going on that's shared. This is their time and space to transform into a place of empowerment. And for you, this is an exercise of empowerment and but kind of declaring that it's over. There is nothing to be confused about. It's over. It's done. Okay? Yeah. It's like, I know what I believe in, and I take that with me. That remains whole and intact. And if you ever choose commitment again, i.e. relationships, it's because you believe in that too. But for now, you're showing me belief of the self, acting towards your own best interest and well-being, and your realistic endeavors, responsibilities, and things like that. I agree. This person has more to learn. And we can't keep avoiding the unhappiness and how this connection has clearly changed, or that it's over. There's a lot here for this person it seems to catch up to. You show me such a strong sense of self. And this is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is what I believe in. And you are prepared to back it up every day. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. So solid. Rock solid. Very dependable, very reliable. You take that, you take that with you as a core value. But here, the Emperor, there is no confusion. It's over. This is over. And for them, transform into empowerment. Understand why they're actually unhappy and why this is over. Okay? They need to learn to see themselves differently and learn their lessons. It's overdue. You can show all the pages of wands you want, but no amount of lightheartedness or even the smallest amounts of amusement or relief is not going to overturn that major Four Cups. Okay. We need to learn and stop trying to distract ourselves. Now, you've given this a lot of thought. You see your sense of commitment and responsibility as being unique to you. It tells me you've built a whole world in there that's specific to you, that's right for you, or you're trying to. And we don't want this person and their lack of insight to play into it anymore. Okay. It's like they will never get how they played into this. And it was negative, it was painful. They'll never understand something like that. That's why you don't want to deal with it anymore. Or they don't understand how to accept responsibility. There's something here about growing into empowerment that is yet to be achieved for this person. Okay. It's difficult. Strength. Ten of Swords, the Stars. It was hard. You had always hoped things would work out between you and this person, or that the vision here, the goal, would be better suited to you both. It took strength to push towards that vision, and then it took strength to retract it. Okay, to let it go. You'd always hoped they'd reach for something more. I don't know. Or that you would reach together, the both of you would reach towards the same thing, get on the same page, but that never happened. Oh, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Five of Wands. You, Knight of Cups, that's your particular court card. You always found it very difficult to express yourself to this person that you love them, that you care about them. There's a constant fight. It was a constant fight and struggle. And that you carried this as long as you could because you cared about them, or you loved them as long as you did, but it was a constant fight. Always rejecting the feeling, always rejecting the love and what it meant. Someone insisting on being unhappy and not understanding that. And not understanding that. It's a choice to be unhappy. It's a choice to not learn from your Four of Cups. It's a choice to not learn your lessons and then perpetuate them. You're bringing the same shit to my table every day. And you reject what I have to give you. I mean, it's a very closed circuit of activity. Okay, let's stop it here. I think we got it. We got it. Got enough of that? As far as I can tell, I'm looking at you after the fact. You seem to be very dedicated to your space and your life and what that means to you. You can't seem to afford to take this person with you anymore, emotionally or spiritually, because they refuse to learn, they refuse to empower, they refuse to take responsibility for their own negativity, something like that. It's too much. You want to be productive, happy, healthy. You want to be a good person with good responsibilities and good attachments. The main man, you're the guy. Are you the guy? You the man? Yeah, that's the masculine energy in there. It's no guarantee, but yeah, it's again, it's just showing me this is my thinking, this is my will, this is my decision, this is my life. I have to take it in hand, minus you and your influence. Okay. I don't know that it's necessarily romantic. Again, from your point of view, from your Knight of Cups, you tried to show this thing love and emotional devotion and loyalty for as long as you could. But somebody here is refused. It's like they don't accept the feeling. They're so unhappy, and they refuse to see it. Lost in a maze, 43 dazed and confused. There it is. We couldn't get on the same page regarding the goals and dreams. It was a constant maze trying to understand this person. But the biggest thing of all is I didn't understand how much you loved them. And how much you wanted to keep them and aim for the same thing. They didn't see that. The person's always upset, always down, always angry, always disappointed. They look for momentary moments of happiness, and it lifts them up for a very brief period of time. Okay? Okay, like I said, that's enough. Let's do a couple of oracles and charms, and we'll call it a day. For your part, I want you to take with you these wonderful elements that exist within you. You believe in them because you practice them every day, so therefore you get the proof. Okay? You get the proof of good practices. You get the proof, the evidence you need every day that your path is good and is correct and it's good for you. Okay? And you're devoted to it. I love that. You're devoted to it. You just want to be a good, productive person. Obsession, someone who is obsessed with negative feelings. I did see that. 4 of Cups with Judgment. That's not the best combination, though. It's someone who is perpetuating their own unhappiness. Someone who's always obsessed with this idea of I've been wronged, or it's not my fault, or this is why I'm unhappy today. I don't know. But in a past life, it's like you've known them all your life. It's kind of like their past or whatever they're coming from affects you. There's so much unresolved stuff here for one person. This is worthy of an in-depth. It's only so much I can do in 20 minutes or less. Ideally 15 for yours and theirs. So we're going to stop there. I think you get it. And also, I think you're making good choices for yourself. Okay? I think you're right. If you continue to attach yourself to this, it will continue to bring you down. Because itself is always down. It doesn't know that. They don't know that. They have yet to see it. Oh, W. We have palm hand. Once more. Sign of spirituality, belief systems, the Hierophant. You might have some very strong Taurus in your chart. Pisces, that's you. You might be double, triple, quad Pisces. But yeah. Both of those, very strong placements in your chart. Obviously, connecting 2 of the seasons might be important to you. And we had a little bicycle. Profession, hobby, or for some reason the bike is symbolic to you. Okay, Pisces, honey. I do hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, welcome to your Sunday check-in. Show me Cancer and their person, please. Show me Cancer and their person. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I say in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. Show me Cancer. Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. Man, you're making stuff work for you. Goodness me. Page of Cups, Death. What? Is it because we're on the verge of entering Scorpio season? It's a little heavy. A little heavy. I don't disagree with it, but it's still heavy. Man. It's almost like, you know what? I'm gonna concentrate on work. Oh, okay. Yeah, 6. Oh, I got it. 6 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not gonna argue with it. It was the right thing to do. The right thing to do is the right thing to do. I'm not gonna dispute that. It's just been hard. Some of it's been very heavy, and I don't know if it's because we're about to. And I was telling this to a couple of other signs. Typically, I see this kind of mostly the world this time of year. More heavily than any other time of the year. It's world's end as we wrap up the year, things like that. I typically see cycles at this time, but some of them have been harder than others. But yeah, the right thing to do is the right thing to do. Justice is here. Okay. Right now you're creating spaces of balance for yourself. Okay. 3D, reality, responsibility, grounded principles, coin, and then also spiritual correctness. Focusing on what's correct. Okay. And you're all about maximizing your opportunities, old, new, somewhere in between, including your balances, making sure all is well, all is well, all is well. In fact, you're holding on to it. You're reassuring yourself, this is here, this is here, this is correct, this is functioning, this is on maintenance, this needs some work, this needs a little repairs, this needs a little attention. Do you see what I'm saying? You are doing the rounds, my friend, for all your pentacles, be they new, old, or somewhere in between. You're saying every single one of them is precious to you, and you are making sure every single one of them is operating well. Okay? Functioning well, producing well. Is like, are you cool? Is this situation cool? Everything. It's like you are doing a maintenance check on everything. Yeah, maximizing your opportunities, and you're still welcoming new ones too as we speak. It's like, bring it on. Bring on more. So you are very concerned with security and making sure that everything that's already in place still has a place. and that it's working well. Okay? But it's all for reason. It's all for good cause. Yeah, we've had some disturbance here. There was a disturbance in the force. Page of Cups, Death, the Tower. Oh my. Okay. It looks abrupt, but I wonder how abrupt that was. That was a very loud exit. It's like it wanted you to know how angry it was when it walked out the door, maybe. I don't think it was all of a sudden. They're reacting like it is. It wasn't all of a sudden, was it, Cancer? You went, no, it was not. I told them I was going. But there's what we say we're going to do, or that we even agree to do, and then there's the reaction. So I see it as being a plan on somebody's part. I believe it was yours. However, it was both understood. Like one person says, I gotta go, I can't be here anymore. It's like, fine, that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. So it was understood, I think, on both sides. One person declared it, and then it was understood by two people. But the reaction was still quite angry, perhaps volatile. So while it seemed like we understood, we were on the same page, we were not. Very angry and hurt. Six of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. It's you know, we cannot overcome the past. There's more negative past between us than there is happy past. Okay, fair. That's fair. Six of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. So like I said, one person declared, I'm leaving. The other person said, I understand. Yeah, I'm hurt too. This sucks for me too. And it did. It sucked for you both. You were both in some sort of broken system. Like I said, more pain and disappointment than good times, it seems. And so while you got the nod, yeah, I get it. It hasn't been a picnic for me either. The reaction was actually quite large for this person. So Page of Cups and Death in the Tower. It's like I said, that's spiritually volatile, if nothing else. But you're doing what is right for you. Okay? Focusing on what is in your domain. What is within your house and surrounding it. Your real world. You're staying on top of that. You see that as your job, as your focal point right now. You're all about your reality and making sure all is well there. Stable, functioning. And you're making it very clear, this is my portion. My portion. I concentrate on this. This is mine. This is my job. This is my gig. Okay? New, old, and everything in between. It's like, this is what's correct for me. No doubt, you're telling them on the way out, this, I want you to do what's right for you. But this is what's correct for me. There is this feeling here, and I didn't quite know how to put words on it, but you and I are part of this broken system, and I don't want to be part of that. I want to be part of something that's thriving and healthy and produces and is secure. Whatever this is, speaks terribly to insecurity. It's emotionally unstable and physically unstable. The environment is ever shifting. At some point, you two didn't know how to invest in it properly. I don't quite know. It feels like, again, you're part of a broken system, and I don't know how else to explain it. I just know you didn't want to contribute to it anymore. Immediately, your attention went to, this is what I can put myself into. That's stuff I can control, that is healthy and supports me. And it does well by me. It gives me something to do, and I can see progress, and it's mine to participate in. And it's healthy. And I can see the fruits of my labor, and I get to enjoy it. So while I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe it's best. Maybe we go our separate ways. Big reaction. So I'm just saying, if, you're confused, I thought we had an agreement here, and you have this explosive reaction from them later, I'm just saying you might have a better idea of where it's coming from. Because again, there's what we're doing, right? And there's what's actually happening inside of us. Why is there so much anger there? Because on the surface, you both understood. One of you prompted it, but you both understood the assignment. And over here, anger. This is over. How dare? This, I didn't see this coming. It's a complete shock. How dare you? I don't think it was, no. So like, when you've had a series of red lights, like 50 back-to-back red lights, I think you can expect what the next 10 or 20 are going to look like, right? No. This wasn't too much of a surprise. You wanted to start living a life of green lights. I'm not sure how else to put that. Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Hanged Man. Give that time. You need a little more space, but yeah, you'll get to it. Eventually, real talk, when it's time, when you're ready. I can see that you take investment very seriously. I can see that's your preferred element. This is what I can touch. This is what I can interact with. This is what I can control. This is what I can put myself into. So I can see that you're very comfortable with the earthian element. You might have some strong earth in your chart. So when it's time for, a lover's connection, it kind of drifts in and out of your mind and out of your spirit. When it's time for that, it's time for that. Okay? When you have the space to invest and it feels comfortable to you, you will. Okay? You will. There's already kind of a strong connection that speaks to you, and you contemplate it, what that might look like, when you might get it started. Okay? Take your time on that. You'll know. You'll know because you'll feel comfortable putting your page forward. Okay? Yeah, no rush on that. Okay? No rush on that. You're right. Right here, our priorities must. And eventually that lover's connection might become a priority to you, and you'll want to invest in it and ground it and make it real like you do other areas of your life. That time will come. That day will come. Okay? But yeah, no, that's quite, see, I just, it's just a strain, a constant strain, a Devil of Ten of Wands. I haven't seen the devil too much today. A constant strain. Constant strain. It's like someone's addicted to the heaviness, make things as hard as possible, as as much pressure as possible. I like to combine words sometimes. It's fun. It can be a very inventive exercise. Okay, the Hermit, Two of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, you've taken a stance and you're maintaining that stance. And you're saying it's for your own good. Your own path. You've made this decision. You're prepared to enforce it, and that's based on wisdom, experience, and insight. So that tells me you've done something like this before. You're saying, I know what's best. Okay? I believe you. I believe you. But what's with the huge blow-up, strength of will, strength? Five of Pentacles, the Star. I think maybe perhaps for this person, possibly pride got in the way, right? Perhaps it was somebody's sense of pride here, and that they're not used to failing, something like that, got in the way. So even though on the surface, like, yeah, I get it, in their own right, it's a huge explosion. It's something about it. I can't believe this failed. This wasn't supposed to fail, or I don't allow things to fail. And it's not, once more, like always, nothing's a failure, unless we refuse to learn. So, yeah. So no, okay. So this person kind of has an insistence. I don't care how hard it gets. I will always keep this together. So when you presented this idea, and I do believe it was you, I need to go my own way, they might have said, yeah, I get it. But inside there was a big battle with, reality versus what they told themselves. And it's like, I don't care how hard it gets. I will not allow this to fail or fall apart. But it did anyway. That's why I tell people it's in our best interest to receive the evidence at hand, not let the ego get in the way, or pride. They reached for the stars with you. That's the whole thing about reaching for the stars. Once we start to understand we can't reach it, at least we tried. Okay? Oh my goodness. It's such a heavy round of yours and theirs. There's so many good parts too. Not that I mean to be dismissive of that. Yours has some beautiful parts too. I have no doubt this affected you emotionally, and it was painful. But you've clearly given this a lot of thought and reassurance about where you're supposed to be and what it is you're going to do from this point forward. You're securing that pathway, and you're even thinking about expanding and bringing someone into your world later. So I know you were ready for this. I do. I know you were ready for it. And that's what I want you to take from this. Now, when this happened, it's kind of irrelevant to me. There's so many different time references. It looks like it's after the fact, if I'm being honest with you, but they might have yet to have their big tower moment. Grief is different for everybody. It looks like it's done to me, but it might be a delayed reaction on their part. Okay? Okay. But and that might be why I see you insisting, upholding your boundaries. And you do so very gently and very calm way, so good for you. Good job. That's very remarkable. Okay. Yep, that makes sense, actually. Delayed reaction probably makes a lot of sense. Okay. Grief catches up to everybody differently, guys. Okay? That's them, isn't it? I don't think it's you. I felt overwhelming disapproval from someone who is a little bit more on the mature side, what you might call middle-aged and older. The mature woman. I feel like the strength of will is coming from that person, knowing the pride. My vision will be met out. I don't care. Come hell or high water. Now they're being confronted otherwise, and I feel like that's them. The home. Loyalty. Unreasonable expectations, huh? It's the home, and there's the expectation here to remain loyal to it no matter what or how bad it gets. Clearly they did not see things from your point of view. Okay? There's a limit. There's loyalty for good reasons, such as we see with commitment. And then there's insistence and stubbornness despite the fact that it's not working. Okay, so there's a sense of loyalty here to the home no matter what or how bad it gets. No, it turns out people have limits. Okay, like I said, see, the evidence was there the whole time, but somebody didn't want to see it. Okay, 44, there's the clue. There's the evidence. There's a lot of it. Okay, don't get me wrong, loyalty, beautiful thing. Beautiful character trait. We want loyalty, and we want loyalty in the home. You actually showed me those things in your opening. Dedication to the cause and core principle balances in your life because you understood it was correct. This person wants to show loyalty to the home even though it feels incredibly incorrect between you two. Big difference. One's healthy, one isn't. So again, everything begins with the self. Do you understand what you're working with? And is it correct, yes or no? That's it. Okay? Okay. That one was tough. You know what they didn't show me? I would just gently push back on this person. And where was your loyalty to love? I didn't see that. I saw loyalty to pride. I saw loyalty to goals and dreams that relate to the home, the territories. I saw that as a goal that was never meant to be broken. So where was the loyalty to love? I don't know. Maybe it's a Scorpio thing, honey. It's water signs, you could say, but yeah, Scorpio is just known for that fixed water. It's the emotionality runs deep. Fixed, for better or worse, it runs that way. You know. So I don't know. Somebody can show me loyalty to home no matter how hard it gets, no matter how bad it gets between us. We have a home, by God. That doesn't mean it's a happy one. So you show me loyalty to this, the pride, the goals, the vision, the vision, the dream, I'm tired. It's the end of the day, so my jaw's locking. But where's your loyalty to love? Talk to me about that first. Okay? Talk to me about that first. Yeah. And I just see that ongoing disappointment. And to be fair, you didn't show me much love for them either. But you did have a strong dedication to that sense of correctness. Because perhaps I don't love this anymore, I shouldn't be part of it, and neither should you. Something like that. Anyway, we have the letters A, T. 2 A's. A, T. And then we have the peacock. Okay. Demonstration. A bit of a show. I feel like that relates to your home. A little bit. You don't strike me as the showy, offy type. And even then, there's nothing wrong with colors, honey. I got a bit of the peacock, too. I like my colors. Okay, I like my demonstration. I like my flair. I have flair pieces. I'm not going to apologize for it. It's me. I'm a peacock. Okay, you gotta let me fly. All that. But no, you don't strike me as the showy, offy type. There's something about getting your home in order. I feel like you're prepping. Not just for your own security, but for future things. I feel like you're prepping your home space and you want to put on a good show. Something like that. I don't know, I got that vibe. And you're also thinking about attracting a lover in the future. So there's that as well. So we also have the medallion of Capricorn as well as Virgo. Could be connecting to any of these signs, particularly if somebody has that level of ambition. The Capricorn energy there. Ambition. It became more about the ambition and drive as opposed to meaning, love, spiritual context. Anyway, not that I'm trying to put any crap on Capricorn. I'm just saying someone's pride and ambition can get in the way. Yeah, absolutely. Virgo, so you might have these very strong placements in your chart. Could be connecting to the season, might be important to you. And then what flew out over there across the desk is the twin dolphins. Shaped like a heart, like so. Yeah, that's something that's, like, again, I'm going to say that right now is a little further out. I don't know how much further out, but it's further out. Okay? I don't know. It's when you're comfortable to invest in that direction. That's when you'll be ready. All right, Cancer, honey, I do hope this helped you. I do. I hope, like always, these more difficult readings help any sign. You know, real Taurus, real life. And sometimes they're fun and happy and sexy and just, and then other times they're like, the other kind of, But what gladdens me is that you're saying, I got to do what's right for me. Overall. It's almost like you went out of your way to tell me love's not involved anymore. It's not a factor for you anymore. It wasn't for them either. So at least you're doing the right thing for the right reasons. Okay? That was something. Okay, that's enough. I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.